What it do? What it do? Okay. I'm trying to put this the simplest way I can. By now, most likely, everybody knows that Pearl is back on YouTube. Well, she was on Fatty's panel, and a whole bunch of grade A BS came out of the woodwork. What up, Stephen James? What up with you, man? So I'm I'm gonna say this the simplest way I can. Well, let me get some natural light in here, y'all. One second, one second, one second. There we go. Get some natural light in here. As I was saying, a lot of y'all most likely to saw Fatty's panel from, believe it was either Sunday night. Yeah, Sunday night. The ladies' first panel that Fatty had on Sunday night. And quite frankly, it was a shit show. That's the simplest way I can put it. And it was a shit show because of this. Now, that he did do one last night. Unfortunately, that one's on members only. Cause the live he did last night was a response to fuck it. I'm just gonna let it play. And this here comes from Fatty. Understand, fair use, fair use, fair use. This here is coming straight from Fatty and Ikon Ali. Let's get it.
On this episode of Ladies First, the conversation was supposed to be simple.
I mean, I've interviewed 1,000 people. A good chunk of them did, procreate and date men with felonies. That's not uncommon. So, okay, especially in the black community, if we're going to be honest.
A discussion about attraction.
Let me pause. In my opinion, Pearl should have never been invited to this conversation. Which I'm putting the blame on Fatty and I'm putting the blame on Ali. Cause I got a lot I'm getting ready to say. And I'm telling you ahead of time. I will be dropping the F bomb at least 2 or 3 times in this live stream. I'm just letting y'all know that right now. And with good reason.
In the black community, if we're going to be honest.
A discussion about attraction, dating, and why some women choose the so-called bad boy.
Okay, well, you asked me why I brought it up, the black community, because you're black, so you would know.
Nothing more, nothing less. But when Pearl joins the conversation, the direction changes almost instantly.
It did.
No, Jeremy, you have to be. One second, I throw again. Jeremy, one second. One second,
Half of black women have herpes. Like,
what begins as a general relationship discussion suddenly shifts into a racial argument that nobody on the show brought up until she did.
Yep.
The panel reacts.
I'll respond when I'm done. This does make me angry. When is this the only thing about black men that does trigger me about the fact that when black women say something, we can respond to it and can't pattern it, give data, say, hey man, she not true.
The tension rises, and the conversation spirals into one of the most heated moments in Ladies First history. And later, in this same episode, something else comes to light. Something that exposes a contradiction big enough to change how the entire exchange is viewed.
So, you didn't like stats, but as soon as it's convenient to talk about black people, here comes Pearl with the stats. You need to shut your mother mouth, lady.
This is what really happened.
Last week on Ladies First.
Question for Pearl, and then Yuri can actually respond, and then we go to the fellas. I see you, CJ. Pearl, do most women know about how these men move out there? Because in my head, it comes Future, Nick Cannon, Cam Newton. Like, usually, the guy that has already a track record and women still flock to them. This is a very visible. I don't think this is like the woman.
No, women know, but we hate that we love them.
That's different.
Like, oh, I love him so much. I hate it. We hate that we love the criminals, the players, the rappers, in this case, the entertainers, the really unstable men we just love.
And what the fuck do you know about that shit, Pearl? We pasty white transvestite looking ass.
And you can see this because when women are young and hot, that's who we pick. When we're old, ugly, and used up, I mean, that's when we go for the stable guys. And we do a very good job, we do a very good job convincing them we love them. So I don't know if any girl comes in and is like, I love the stable guys. It's like, at 20, did you? Usually not. So that's, and we can't help it to some degree. We cannot help that we are attracted to men that show signs of dominance. I think a lot of us we wish we could turn it off, but we can't. It's just what we're attracted to. We're biologically hardwired to do that, unfortunately. So
We're biologically hardwired to. Did you say we're biologically hardwired to want chaotic, criminal?
Well, dominant. Yeah, dominant. Because you got to think of like Ted Bundy. He had women. He had women writing him love letters. He impregnated a woman. He impregnated a woman while he was in prison for murdering women. This is a real Luigi Mangione.
I don't think that's a woman thing. I think that's a thing that certain women do.
Well, you are correct.
There's no.
Jazz, let her land, and you respond. You go in there, get the mic, let her land.
Not every woman does that. There's different levels of dominance. However, we are still attracted to dominant men, and that does come in the form of if a man can kill someone else, he can protect us biologically. So that just is what it is.
So you find you equate dominance with you find a man that can dominate and harm a woman attractive?
That's one way that men describe it, or that's one way that men do it, and women do select those men. So I try not to apply morality to this, good or bad, it doesn't matter, because women do pick criminals. Criminals are men that have committed a violent crime are actually more likely. They are more likely to reproduce than men that haven't.
What Pearl is talking about is the Poogies and the Ray Rays. Let's continue.
Well, I didn't make this world. I didn't make women write love letters to Ted Bundy.
Has that been your experience? Like, are you attracted to criminals?
Well, to be fair, I don't know many criminals.
Of course you don't, Pearl. Your skin color, and your money is your privilege. So you wouldn't have to experience that. That's why there's Caucasian privilege for you.
So that hasn't been my experience personally. I've interviewed 1,000 people. A good chunk of them did procreate and date men with felonies. That's not uncommon. So especially in that.
Now, did y'all hear the very racist microaggression? Yeah, fat Stephen James, weak-willed women, facts.
Especially in the black community, if we're going to be honest, that's.
Well, yeah. Well, I want to
comment. So I don't know why you're pretending to not know what I'm talking about.
And what Pearl is doing right here is what I like to call a slow burn gaslighting. It's what she's doing right here.
I know what you're
talking
gaslight
about. These Tims, but you can't gaslight me.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't think you know anything about the black community. But I will say about.
I can't believe I'm about to do this. I have to agree with Jazz. in what you just said when she told Pearl you don't know anything about the black community. See, only thing that Pearl knows is what she hears and a little bit of what she sees on YouTube. Pearl does not needs to understand your YouTube view on black people is not the real view of black people. It's only, unfortunately, the worst of the worst. If you look at certain people, and let's keep it a buck. Pearl, if it is the definition of rich, white, and entitled, that's Pearl. Pearl comes from a family of multi-millionaires, if not billionaires. Okay? This is a white girl who had a penthouse in London. Okay? AKA privileged white girl. So she don't know jack shit about the black experience. And again, to Fatty and Ali, this is on y'all. Y'all got no choice but to take the L on this one. Take the L, learn from it, and don't invite that BICTH back to your platform. Let's continue.
Talking about, I don't think you know anything about the black community, but I will say about the white community, it's a lot of white women that find, men who kill other women attractive. Those are the women that were.
True, but I won't gaslight you about it. I won't gaslight you. I would say
Pearl. Only thing Jazz is doing, believe it or not, is giving a rebuttal to your gaslighting. That's the only thing that Jazz is doing here. Why the hell am I agreeing with Jazz? This is so weird that I'm agreeing with Jazz.
that's true. There are white women that do that.
I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Hold on, real quick. Hey, hold on. I'm gonna say it again. Hold on, real quick, Pearl.
I can't hear you while I'm talking. I don't even know why she even brought up the black community.
Okay, well, you asked me why I brought it up, the black community, because you're black, so you would know.
Ooh, microaggression. Microaggression. Sweet baby Jesus. Let's continue.
Like, I don't. It's like the same reason you brought up the white community, because I'm white. I have eyes,
If you're done, first of all, that's very disrespectful.
It's very disrespectful.
This
No,
was
it's not.
I mean,
Yes, it is.
No, it's
Hey, friends, we don't need that leaps. Jess can handle it. Let her handle it.
Go ahead.
So, like I said, we were talking about.
Next.
Go ahead, Jess. Let Jess finish, please. Let's go ahead, Jess.
I will. Yeah, go ahead.
Jess,
So, like I said, we were speaking about relationships in general. Nobody said anything about black or white until you brought it up.
And again, this is from what Fatty clipped up. I'm going to show this clip from Fatty. I'm going to show a clip from Ali. And then I'm going to show Pearl's, well, not show, but let y'all listen to everything here. Because unfortunately, I do not know how to screen share, nor quite have the ability to do the screen share feature as of this time. Let me get back into it.
What reason, I don't know. It didn't add anything to the conversation. First of all, you're speaking on the nature of women and how we are all naturally attracted to men who are criminals, and then you made a point to say, excuse me, no, that is not the case at all for black women. Now, if you're talking about people that are in poverty, people that live in certain situations and
60% of black men have been arrested by the
Can you stop cutting her off?
One second.
Wait a minute, did she say 50% of black people have been in jail? Pearl, first off, that's a lie. Secondly, you're saying stuff and not providing no proof. Shut the hell up.
Friend, one second. I got you.
He's calling me off, Ali.
I got you. You don't have to ask. I got you. You all right?
My bad.
And unfortunately, Pearl is triggering Jazz on purpose. And Pearl knows that Jazz is triggered. Because if y'all could see this, you could see that Pearl is doing this with a smirk on her face. If y'all go and find the live stream, y'all will see this.
Make some notes, Pearl. Let her finish. Go ahead, man.
That's my fault.
It's fine. Go ahead. Just interrupt it.
It's just weird that you would even have to bring up a race of people to even have the conversation, which lets me know that you don't really have information on the conversation. You're just spewing points to try to get a rise out of people because that's all you know. As it pertains to why women choose the women they want or the kind of men that they date, there are so many different reasons for that. You can't equate a person that has a felony to them being a violent criminal. That's not always the case because I agree there are some people that marry men and women that have felonies in their background. That doesn't.
What Jazz just said is actual factual. That some people do marry people who do have records. Now, should you marry a person with a record? I mean, it's up to you. Personally, I prefer a person who's never been to jail or even have a misdemeanor, but that's just me.
Necessarily mean that they are violent, and then to say that black women are the most prone to violent criminals within our community, you don't know shit about our.
Which I'm kind of 50-50 on that, where she said that black women aren't attracted to criminals. I'm kind of 50-50 on that. Because if people weren't attracted to criminals, there would be no need for love before lockup, love during lockup, or love after lockup. There would be no need for those shows. I'm just saying. Let's continue.
Within our community, you don't know shit about our community, Pearl. And if we're going to talk about what's happening, if we're going to make it about a race thing, let's figure out what's going on in these white communities, in these white homes, when you all are raised.
And look at Pro with a goofy ass smile, sitting there looking like a tranny.
All the mass shooters, y'all raising kids that are taking guns to shoot at other kids, y'all going into public spaces, and I'm sure you're going to talk about black on black crime or whatever, but we can debunk all of that because that's through proximity. The point is that you didn't have to make it about black or white. Keep it general because it's very disrespectful for you to try to pigeonhole black women when you don't know any of us at all to make that assumption that that's what we are prone to.
Again, I'm agreeing with Jazz, and I feel weird agreeing with Jazz. It's weird that I'm agreeing with Jazz, but Jazz is actually probably the most level-headed I've ever seen her. I'm just being honest.
None of these women on this stage, myself, Tyranny, or even Athena, are dating any man that is of a criminal.
And I think the Athena lady is either some sort of Spanish or Italian. I'm not sure which one. But I know she's one of them.
Or that are violent. So watch what you say up here. You got a really smart mouth, and if you're going to have the conversation, try to be respectful.
Normally, I would tell Jazz to STF you on getting smart with people. But this is one time, I really don't care. Pearl deserves the smoke. But not only Pearl, the CJ dude who's going to start, being the raccoon who starts, caping for Pearl. Yeah, he got that. He going to get the smoke too. Just listen.
Respectful. And all this trying to get me to hurry up, I'm going to take my mother time.
Oh my God. Can we get Hey, she has the rape. Friends, we don't need it. When she lands, Pearl will have all the chance to reply. Everybody going to be quiet. Go ahead. You done, Jess?
Yeah, I'm done. I don't understand why that was
Plug this
accepted.
in.
Like that was
Wait,
so.
wait,
There
wait.
we
One
go.
second.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
We shouldn't accept what she said.
To say that you should know as a black woman because you all date criminals when
So,
you
so,
all
so,
date.
Jess, one second. So, this is my opinion, Jess, and correct me if I'm wrong. She punched you in the face. You have the right to punch her back. Right? Is that fair? If you felt that she punched you in the face, I have an opinion about this that I'm going to say later, right?
Okay, so you can tone police the simps and women that respond to shame, but you're not going to tone police me. So, anyways, going back to the stats, the reason that I said that was two reasons. The first is that I interviewed 1,000 people. A good chunk of them were black women, and I just noticed that they had a propensity more likely than other races to date criminals. It's not really an insult, as I could go into details about the types of men white women tend to date that are irresponsible. I've just noticed different trends in different communities, and it's kind of backed up by data because 60% of black men have been arrested by the age of 25. So, you know, it's...
Now, I know that for a fact it's not 60% of black men that have been arrested before the age of 25. That is captivity from the pits of hell. Your numbers are wrong, Pearl.
Not to be rude, but I think it's more common in that community than it is other communities. In terms
Hold on. So you try to say that white America don't have degenerates? Look at the degenerates we got in the White House. Okay? Look at the degenerates we have in Congress. Oh, let's not forget about the Proud Boys of January 6th. Let's not forget about them. There are degenerates in the white community too. You racist piece of shit.
other communities. In terms of mass shooters, I think you said white people are the majority of mass shooters.
Y'all are.
I would say that's true, and I wouldn't crash out on you for saying that.
And Pearl, you couldn't have denied the truth, cause if you try to deny that truth, you got put on blast like you were supposed to.
So, again, if you want to get offended, that is a choice, and that is your choice, and you have the right to do that. So
I want to touch on this, and then I want CJ and Rick the Ruler to pull up, and the rest of the panel. Okay, Tyranny, I see you too. So, coming from a world citizen, right? Because I live in Portugal right now. It's 2 a.m. And Pearl was in the UK for a while too. This is not a black woman thing. If you go to Japan, all those women love the Yakuza until they get older. If you go to Brazil, all those women love the kid from the favela before they get older. If you come to Europe, all these women love the guys that ride on the Hell Angels. Like women like danger. Like they are emotional junkies, right? And I believe that Jess actually pinpoints what it is when you put together people that are emotional junkies, which is most young women, and you put poverty together, you are going to get massive results. And in my opinion, this is why the black community in the United States is hyper exposed to these situations, is because you are mixing two components that are very dangerous. Is the level of poverty, people who live on a lower socioeconomic level, and they are addicted to bad boys, because that's what women do. You can go to any white college and see exactly the same type of behavior that shads are getting all the women. There's a reality. The bad boy, the football star. Like we know, this is something that is a woman thing. It's just more exacerbated depending on the communities, the culture, and all that. So I actually believe that both of y'all are right on their own way. We can't, unfortunately, just be against something because it triggers our feelings. But what we have to do is be fair. If she was talking about black men, I don't think y'all will have the same type of smoke.
She was talking about black men. She said most of y'all are in
No.
jail. And none of y'all heard that.
No.
Tyranny, baby girl, you are not the messenger for this conversation. Sorry, not sorry.
We just didn't agree.
There was not. There was not. Hey, Pearl, did you say most black men go to jail?
I said a stat.
25%.
I said a stat that 60% of black men have been arrested by
Even that stat is cap.
the age of 25.
Is that the correct
Yeah,
stat?
who the fuck is
One-
arrested?
That's
one
not the
second.
correct stat.
Is this that correct?
You can Google it.
I don't.
Let's-
I know that 12%. I know 12%
We
have been
already know that
incarcerated.
there's a.
But she never said that.
I will say these, right? 1 second, please, friends. 1 second. I will say these. Oh, 1 second, please. 1 second. 1 second.
It's weird.
I will say these. Hey, please, friends.
We're not even
Too excited.
This.
Arrests are not convictions. I want to see the number of convictions. Because arrests are not convictions. Just because somebody gets a stop and freeze and they have like arrests are not convictions. I want to know the number of convictions so I can actually understand if these women are.
And consider the exoneration data as well.
And I speak.
Because we live.
Hey, CJ, relax.
And here comes CJ, getting ready to beat a raccoon.
CJ, relax. I see you, brother.
We actually lead as like first of all, we already know why that stat could be high.
60%
That
pretty
is
bad,
true.
though.
There's
50%.
always
I just looked up the stat you asked for. Let's prove CJ wrong. Why is he wrong that most black women are attracted to this type of man?
Pearl, no, we're not attracted to them. Their men want us. That's why they really hate us because they can't.
There
keep
was
us-
not a.
Do y'all see why I say that tyranny is not the messenger for this conversation? There's no logic, no statistics, just a whole bunch of emotion and a whole bunch of feeling, which boils down to a whole bunch of nothing. Let's continue.
really hate us because they can't.
There
keep
was
us-
not a question.
That's it.
there was
But I'm
not a
proving
question.
him wrong.
There was not a question. No,
Okay, you
Tyranny, you have to be. 1 second. I talk again. Tyranny, 1 second. Tyranny, 1 second, Tyranny.
Half of black women have herpes. Like,
Hey, 1 second. 1 second. No, 1 second. 1 second. Pearl.
Hey, for real.
No, hey, everybody. 1 second. 1 second, Pearl. I'm asking you a serious question, right? Because we had you on the panel once, and Andrew Wilson was with us, right? And Andrew Wilson all of a sudden starting to do FUBU remarks and talking about black brands and all that. And I asked him, hey, bro,
I'll be back in
I
a second,
see your
y'all. Hold
content
on.
all the time. You usually don't talk like this. So my question is, and be honest about it, is there any other statements you're doing today, statements that are made to trigger the crowd that you have right now?
I actually came here prepared because I thought the topic was black fatigue, so I came prepared with stats, facts, data, and statistics. I
You know
came
why
prepared.
it's an SHIT?
That's
You know
what we
good and
spoke
well
about.
it was
But
not
is the topic black fatigue?
not
That's
no
what you told me to talk
about
about.
black fatigue.
And I
You
told
racist
you
piece
already
of
that the
crap.
next topic would be that black fatigue. We already addressed it. But what is the relevant part about making it about race when we're here about the relationships? Why go straight? That's twice. That's going to trigger people. And now if they start saying stuff about white people, now we're going to have a race war. We want to have the conversation and intentional about the relationships, but it is turning into race conversation instead of a relationship conversation. That's all we're addressing. We want to have the conversation, but it's becoming a race conversation.
It's interesting.
And we will have the race conversation. The black hold on real quick, Big Rick. We want to have the black and white conversation, but when it's almost like it's said to instigate or stir something up, it seems like it's becoming racial. You're saying something.
What I thought was that we were adults here and we could talk about facts, data, and statistics without getting a.
And look at her trying to sun the panel. And here she is trying to sun the panel. If you don't go to hell,
Set. Maybe we're not. I don't know.
No. If I did, if I did,
It's not that, right?
And you don't have
Off
to
the
break
cuff,
it
you,
just because the girls are getting upset.
no, that's not, Carl, that's not the case, right? For example, we were having
if one of them
we were having a conversation about criminals, and you say, black woman have the therapy. Like, it's a very
That's
off
true.
the
Because
cuff, like,
she said that she actually brought it up first, and you guys are
No.
talking to me. She brought it up first.
No,
and she
Pearl,
said,
you brought up the fact that black women like criminals, and then when she said,
That's
what if
true.
she said that
That's
white women
true.
like men who smell like dogs, then it becomes racial.
I don't mind. That's okay. I don't get
Okay,
offended.
that's-
One side's getting offended.
So, okay, as long as, but look, just know that if that happens,
Oh,
then it
for
becomes
sure.
a racial conversation.
Okay, so
But
what?
then
You
you
can't
can't
sit here and talk about
no. But what happens is if we have a racial conversation, then it makes everybody else. First of all, I don't care about how we look in regardless to money and all them things. I do care about how people respect themselves. So we should have a respectful conversation.
Bingo, Ollie. Bingo.
Not being factual, making it blatant racial.
Okay, well,
If
if I'm being honest, I think you guys are overreacting. I think the guys are white knighting a little bit for the women. I don't think we need. Get emotional because there's facts about race, and if you can't handle it, I can go. I don't mind.
yeah, no, but Pearl,
I know I don't have the drop that Theo has, but Pearl, you need to leave.
thing is, we are not being emotional because let me give you an example of 1 second, please. 1 second, please.
I'm gonna bounce. I'm gonna bounce.
No, it's fine. Let me just say, let me.
Bounce and never come back. How about them apples?
Tell you one thing, Pearl, before you go, Pearl.
I'll go.
So, hey, please, 1 second. So that's the thing, right? Pearl?
Leave and
If
never
I was
come
playing
back,
the same
Pearl.
game that you are playing, I would say, you know about these things because you are the one that dated the black bum, a black homeless man, right? I would literally come out of the woodwork because I know your story.
God forbid I help.
Right, and these not black women that are just addicted to black bum. You are addicted to a black bum because that was the person that you actually dated for a bunch of years, right?
God
So-
forbid I help the homeless. God.
No, he was not homeless.
No,
was not homeless?
he actually wasn't, but that's what everyone says.
He was sleeping on your house.
No, it's not the full. I mean, it doesn't matter, but
Yes, but my point is this, bro. We are treating you with respect. You can definitely touch on race. We can literally do shows about race, put the table to you, and you can do whatever you want. But if we are going to try to either get clippable moments or something like that, we know more about you than you know about us. So if you want to go there, we can go there. I take my gloves off and we can do whatever we want. And if nobody can be offended,
And a lot of people may not realize this, but I think Fatty is speaking to the interview that Pearl did with Nick Fuentes. Now, if anybody knows anything about Nick Fuentes, he's a straight up white supremacist. Okay? And Pearl's sitting there, ha ha ha, he, all that with a known white supremacist. The old saying goes, you shall be judged by the company that you keep. Let's get back into this.
if you want to go there, we can go there. I take my gloves off and we can do whatever we want. And if nobody can be offended because of black this and black that, you are going to talk about the time where you were a black homeless man, sad mother that you were having in your house, right?
Fatty, you're fat too. It's like you know,
Absolutely. You have no, you are mad at me.
Really, Pearl? A lame ass cheap shot?
Because I have more teeth than you. That's why you're mad, right?
we could go back.
That's why you're mad, right? Because I have more teeth than you.
So again, I know we're adults, that we can talk.
I don't know if y'all caught that, what Fatty just said. He said to Pearl, are you mad because I got more DICK than you? didn't even know Fatty said that. Oh my God. I didn't even know Fatty said that. I damn. Oh boy. So I I guess Fatty got the same thought process, that I have too when it comes to Pearl. Cause if y'all look at Pearl's body type, y'all cannot tell me that she was not born with a penis. I'm sorry. I'm just saying. In the words of Austin Powers, it's a mon, bye bye. Okay, let me stop. Let me get back into it.
So again, I thought we were adults so that we could talk about.
Oh, we are definitely adults. Let me ask you something. What do you think about black fatigue?
All right, so I do appreciate you guys having me on. I really do.
Can you say what you think about black fatigue before you go?
I really did want to do this, but apparently we can't do the facts.
And of course, the snowflake rage quits. Typical snowflake tactic. The good old rage quit. As always.
Data and statistics. Thank you guys so much for having me on.
If you
want to do my channel, it's just
Girl, if we came on your show and started talking about white men and white women, so disingenuous.
Now, I'm with Fatty on this one. If there's anybody who needs to be kicked down the hole, like in the movie 300, Pearl will be the perfect person to get kicked into the hole of no return.
We gonna be addressing like on content too as well too, because now it's blatant that she does find ways to be racist, because there's things that she says.
Talk about Ali.
And it seems like and CJ, I see you shaking your head, but when
There you go, Ali. Get on CJ's raccoon ass. That raccoon ass motherfucker.
you have some, if I go on her show blatantly start talking about Andrew Wilson or Pearl, their race, their women, and their men, that's looking to race bait. No, this does make me angry when it's this the
Get
only
on
thing
him,
about black
Ollie.
men that does trigger me about the fact that when black women say something, we can respond to it and can't counter it, give data and say, hey man, she not true. As soon as a white woman or white man say something, you know what? That's absolutely true. That's exactly how black men are. This is the point. I'm not saying everything she's not saying is not true.
And look, and CJ here shaking his head like he don't get it.
Says some things that are truthful and needed as well too. But when you blatantly go into a space and make it about race, that is race bait, and it does become
Facts,
racial.
Ali,
This is not a
facts.
platform. Contrary to popular opinion, when people try to seem like we try to bash black women, that's not what we're trying to do. If you want to have a conversation, let's have a conversation. But if you're making it blatant about race, that's what they're doing. And CJ, you tell me, what was the point of her saying that black women like criminals more than anybody? What's the point of saying that? If it's not racial,
I just feel like it was just a general statement. I just felt like she felt she was amongst black people, so she said in the black community, us as black people, we are talking about our own people. If because she's white, she can't say nothing, don't invite her over here while we're having these black topics.
This is not the black topic. One second. Everybody got the script. Everybody was tagged on the Instagram post. There's a description. There's a description on the chat. The one that got away. Just because the people that are...
Okay, so basically what Fatty is saying here is that before each show, Smell the Roses even talked about it. I don't know if you're still in here or not, but Smell the Roses even talks about it. That anybody who goes up on Fatty's panel, either in an email or Instagram post, basically gets an outline of the whole entire show. like in like maybe like 48 hours to 3 days in advance. So that way they'll stay with the program and talk about the matters at hand. So for Pearl to purposely derail his show, Fatty has a legit reason to be pissed the F off. I'm just saying.
On 50 Cent and Vivica Fox are black doesn't mean that this is a white topic, because Nico is mixed and we didn't make a conversation about black people. We made a conversation about red pill. Okay? I'll repeat it again. Just because y'all used to that the Untouchable Empire is not a black channel. It might be black first, because there's a lot of black people here, but it's not black only. Okay, this was not a racial issue, and Pearl knows exactly it wasn't, because she knew what the topic was.
What's the point of saying 50% of black women got herpes?
Exactly.
To race bait.
That's what I'm saying. You guys are.
Pearl did that to race bait. That's why she did it. Racist demon.
Listen to me. That's when it got too far. But her original statement, saying especially in the black community, she's not wrong. I was not offended by that.
Right now, I'm a little bit confused on what Milton is trying to say here. Let's see if Milton can explain what he's trying to say.
If she, hold on though.
But I'm going to hold Melanie. What was said by a black woman for her to say that 50% of black women have
Jazz started taking it personal. She started saying, "Oh, Pearl, is this your experience? So is this what you do?" Pearl was talking in.
Jazz took it personal because, once again, Pearl was race baiting. Now, did Jazz fall for the trap? Yes. That's what happened. Pearl race baited, Jazz fell into the trap. That's what happened.
General, Jazz tried to target her and Pearl did not bite.
So what's the
No, can I please defend myself? Because I was the one who said it. Now, here it is. Here's what happened. The exchange happened because we were talking about what women are biologically hardwired to do. And what her stance was that we're all biologically hardwired to want violent, criminal men. That's what she was saying. Nobody said anything about white.
Again, even though it sounds weird for me to say, I am in agreement with Jazz right here. And anyone who knows me knows I really don't care for Jazz that much. But, I have to be fair here.
Nobody said anything about black. And I was like, huh? Really? And so I was like, so has that been your experience? Like, do you find yourself as a woman?
Why are you asking a white woman? Is that her experience?
A white woman?
She's talking about black women. Why are you asking a white woman? That's her experience. She said a black statistic.
What I was saying, how the conversation was flowing, the part where she was bringing up how women, we were all just thinking about relationships in general. Not one point did I think this was about black relationships or anything. This was just a general conversation, right? That's what it was. So then she brought up how specifically women are naturally and biologically attracted to criminals. And that's what
And that there is bullshit.
is what piqued my interest, because I'm like, that's not true. Like I've never had that experience. I've never known women to automatically be attracted to criminals. There's no data that backs this up. There's no facts that back this up. So then she doubled down and was like, because you got to think about Ted Bundy. You got to think about how Ted Bundy had all of these women. She didn't say black or white. Mind you, this is still a part of the conversation. Neither one of us is bringing up race. She said, well, you got to think about Ted Bundy. And when she brought Ted Bundy, in my mind, I didn't think, oh, it was only white women. I'm thinking that's a certain sick-ass type of woman. Because I'm not going to sit up here and think that it wasn't no weird-ass black women writing Ted Bundy. I don't know.
To my knowledge, there are no black women write Ted Bundy. However, it was a whole bunch of crazy ass white women that did. Just saying.
I'm just saying, if somebody is it desires a man that harms and murders
I have
women,
to stop you. I have to stop you. Hey, Pearl, you know why you a lying piece of shit?
Oh.
Let me prove it. Can I prove it to you that you're lying?
Uh-oh, get her ass,
I
fatty.
tried to say the stats, and guess what?
Her
Adults triggered. Let me prove to everybody on the planet that Pearly doesn't like stats until he's to use it to offend people. Pearly, we are professionals. Don't do that to us. I would never dismiss a stat just because it doesn't apply to me and my friends. So why are you doing that?
That's good for you. You stand on what you stand on with stats. I don't with stats. I deal with reality. So you got your mind made up that you're a stat man, and I got in my mind.
I actually agree with
I
him.
don't care about stats. I don't care about that.
I actually do agree with him because stats can be made up of anything.
Exactly.
Got her. Got him. Salute to Fatty for on that one.
Yeah. Got your ass.
Yeah.
Got your ass.
Pussy
So,
Popper
you
Supreme,
like
yeah.
stats, but as soon as it's convenient to talk about black people, here comes Paul with the stats. You need to shut your mother mouth, lady. You didn't
Get her ass, fatty.
And now you pull up stats. He's in the tape. He was not fatty. He was not melanin. He was not jazz. It was you yourself that said you don't like stats because people can make up stats all they want. But as soon as you wanted to offend us, now you're doing stats about black people. So respectfully, thank you very much for being here. It was great.
Why can't we talk about slavery without black people getting mad at me? Less than.
I didn't know Fatty had this level of petty in him. And Pearl, you can't sing worth a damn.
1% of white people even own slaves.
And even the song she sang in is racist as all hell. Well, Hannah Pearl Davis, we exposing you today, darling.
But if you say that, they get mad. I'm just saying. And I know my guitar playing, it ain't the best.
Neither's your damn singing.
But this fatigue, I just needed a rest.
Good. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was part 1. Part 2 comes from Ali. And FYI, I'm done when God tells me I'm done. Let's get it.
Get more out of your air fryer with the Ninja Crispy Pro. Get faster, crispier results. Big.
And if nobody can be offended because of black this and black that, you are going to talk about the time where you were fucking a black homeless man, a fat motherfucker that you were effing it out, right?
Fatty, you're fat too. It's like
absolutely. You have no titties and no ass. You are mad at me.
Don't worry, Raquel. I'm gonna be here a while.
Last week on Ladies First.
Act like you don't know this though. You can't act like you don't know that every man is not moving how they supposed to move. We gotta act like y'all try to dismiss this shit. And, hold on. We want to talk about the bad women, though. We want to talk about how women are so mean and so motherfucking angry. They want to be able to talk about what they want to talk about. When I talk about what I'm talking about, I'm gonna put aside nigga. I'm gonna
Hold on, Big Rick, hold on. You said you can't. The data is wrong because you ain't experienced that. But then you saying all these men is like this, so you experience these bad men. You experience all these bad men.
I know some niggas.
I
thought niggas go live every other week and call the baby on
I'm saying no, not internet. No. You said real life. You said, no. Hold on. You denounced the data because you said you don't know that in real life. You don't experience it in real life. You telling me you experiencing all these bad men and bums in real life?
I ain't say no all. I said some. Don't put words in my mouth. I said some of these.
No, you said the data is false because you don't experience it.
Nobody cares about no statistics, man.
And then you'll say, hold on, and you said you listen to the women. When we talked yesterday, you said you know about these dudes is wrong because they listen to the women. You don't know.
I deal with reality. I don't give a fuck about no stats.
So you know how
is that reality?
You know,
anybody can type them numbers in and put that shit in the system. Y'all, you don't know who make the stats? Who responsible for the stats?
So Rick, but that's the problem with what you say, right? One second, we let you left, right? If you come in and you are doing a fundraiser for your people, right? For everybody that is starving or suffers from food scarcity. And my name is Fatty, and I'm like, I never starve. My food is free. Like, my fridge is full. I order $30 of Uber Eats every day. So, because I'm not experiencing it, that means that it's not real. This is just numbers that Rick is putting out there. Somebody's going to call me out. Somebody's going to say, Fatty, your reality, just because your name is Fatty and you seem like you are overeating or you have a full fridge, doesn't mean there's not thousands, millions of people that go to sleep every day with the empty belly. All we were saying is that if you're actually looking at the statistics, which is a poll of people bigger than what you can see, men have better outcomes than women when they're raising the kids by themselves. And if you came with stats and said most men are cat callers, I would have no problem with that. If you came with stats and saying most men are the ones that commit most crime, I will never, like, men are the ones that have the risky behavior. Like, I would never say, you are wrong because me and my friends are church people and we went to college, right? See what I'm saying? Like, I would never dismiss a stat just because it doesn't apply to me and my friends. So why are you doing that?
That's good for you. You stand on what you stand on with stats. I don't fuck with stats. I deal with reality. So you got your mind made up that you a stat man, and I got it in my mind.
I actually agree with
I
him.
don't care about stats. I don't care about this.
I actually do agree with him because stats can be made up of anything.
Exactly.
To be fair, they can't, like, you don't know who's funding the study. So I understand where he's coming from. But if I could chime in, my experience is that most mothers are terrible. I think I've met maybe like 2 good mothers. I'd say they generally can't discipline the kids, just, from what I've seen. They aren't generally... I think they like the clout of the kids more than the kid itself. Like, that's why you see a lot of mothers put on, like, what they want. Like, they might want the kid to be a doctor. The kid wants to be his own person, and they say, no, be a doctor because, you got to make me look cool for my friends. The mothers are the ones that post their kids on Twitter, where there are pedophiles on that app, but they say, F it, let me get some clout off this kid. That would be my experience, but I could understand if you had a different one, sir. So I understand we all have our own, but I have not met very many good mothers. If we go into single mothers, I would say it's even less. So that would be my experience. The data does back up mine a little bit more than yours, but I do understand being critical of data because I've been in this industry 5 years and people can manipulate stats to say anything, so I do understand it.
Yes, ma'am. I agree with that part. That's all I'm saying. I mean,
so your mom was really good. I'm guessing you had like a really good mother, and all the moms like around you were really good.
Yeah, my mama done a great job. She done an awesome job. Great job. She raised 2 boys by herself. Done a great job.
But that's the point. Is most people don't, like, at this point. Either it's very close to 50% of relationships that the people don't stay together, or they stay together and those 50% are relationships that are lack of sex, people are not happy, people need to pay the mortgage so they don't want to be homeless and sleep on their car so they stay together. Like, wouldn't that actually be a reflection of what we were talking today? Even Michelle Obama said, I was miserable for 10 years. Should she leave? Like that? Because she said it. I was miserable. Those are the words.
Yeah,
Michelle Obama left. Barack Obama as soon as he's unhappy and she doesn't see it. Like, what do you guys
I
think?
would love to see an uptick in men divorcing their wives when they do this bullshit. You know, I'd say, Obama, please divorce your wife. It's time. She's got to stop disrespecting you like this. He'll never do it, but you know.
I actually don't agree with you, bro.
If a woman give you come to you, right, and she feels some type where she's no longer happy with the standard of treatment that you give her in that marriage, that she is being disrespectful, you should just tap out and leave her.
I think when it gets to the point where she's comfortable doing it publicly in front of everybody, which she really doesn't have to. Like, I mean, this is Michelle Obama. Every bill is taken care of for her, every need. What more do you want? You were married to the President of the United States. You lived in the White House. So I think when it gets to that level, I think, you know, that's kind of torture for a man. I think more men deserve some peace. So, you know, that'd be my opinion.
But y'all said it. Hold on, before if she said it, y'all need to support her, because early on in the show you said if this man ain't feeling happy, if his wife isn't cooperating, she's not doing right by him, y'all told her to leave. But I'm telling you, when y'all get comfortable, you'll take the woman's side instead of acknowledging what the man is saying. It's very hard to trust a brother.
Okay, I'm
who
back.
have all these women say one thing, and we know that we see what's happening out in society. When you say your experience and brothers say their experience, most of these women ain't doing right by their men, but we listen more to the women that we know that's happening than the actual brothers who are saying it, solid or not solid. The brothers who ain't solid ain't got no right to complain, right? But the brothers who are solid, they got the right to complain. And when you see these men's wives coming up in public and doing these things, Big Rick, you got to know something wrong. Michael B. Jordan wife did him a certain way. Tom Brady wife did him a certain way. Johnny Depp wife did him a certain way. These are supposedly.
Michael B. Jordan had a wife?
These are relationships too, Jazz. Being honest, okay?
What she think? What did Michelle Obama say that was disrespectful to her husband?
She wasn't happy. She wasn't happy with that man for 10. She wasn't happy with him for 10 years.
That's her truth, though. You want her to lie?
You know what I'm saying? How you did it?
Capping.
So if I came out and
Capping,
my
nigga.
woman didn't make me happy for 10 years, that's not disrespectful household.
Rick, you have to agree with
And
Tali.
that's why this is.
Hey, Rick, no, one second, Ali. Hey, Rick, have you ever been sad with your woman, feel disrespectful with your woman, feel disrespected?
Yeah, I felt disrespect plenty of times, but I let her know, though. I let her know.
But did you come to the internet and you said, oh, my...
I don't just sit in. I'm not one of them men just go sit there and not speak on how you making me feel. See, a lot of men, they'll go tell everybody else that they got a problem with their wife. They'll go tell yes, they do. Yes, they do.
What about you?
Go ahead all you want. Yes,
That's a
What
lie.
about you? Do you do it?
can I finish right quick, bro?
Absolutely.
What we do, we'll run to everybody but her. Then before she know this is a problem, goddamn it done blew up in her motherfucking face. You go tell your mama about your marriage, you're not being happy with her. You go tell your partner that you weren't happy with that woman. You will tell your brother that you weren't happy. I done seen the shit.
Well, have you heard of the principle of diminishing returns? Have you heard of that? Do you know what that is? It's essentially when you put so much into something and you realize you're going to get nothing out of it, just, you know, to paraphrase. So a lot of guys, you know, they know she's not going to listen, so why waste their breath? I say hand her the divorce papers, you know. That's my opinion, I think. I'd love to see an increase, especially boomer men. A lot of boomer men are trapped in these terrible marriages. I'd love to see an increase.
So stop telling women, okay, if it's the case, then we need to stop telling women you just leaving that man because you want to have. They should just get the fuck out of there too. The minute that she feels disrespectful,
I totally agree.
The men feel like your money done decrease. You don't make the same amount of money. Your stomach done got a little fat, and your back big. She should just leave your motherfucking ass too and give you the divorce.
Yeah, what I would say is that your happiness is your own problem. So if, you know, she's in a place where she's blaming him for her unhappiness, I would say that, she should leave because she's probably torturing him. So.
Nah, you said part of that, right? Yeah, she is responsible for all happy, but you as a man, as being a married man, I contribute to that based off the standard of treatment that I'm giving my woman, though. So I hold a part, I hold a part of that shit, whether I like it or not, because I signed up to be married.
Like, what do you mean contributing? Is that like cheating? Like you cheat on her?
What I'm saying is, I contribute to her happiness based off the standard of treatment that I'm getting. If I'm dogging my woman out, staying out all night, fucking on other women, talking to her mentally abused, that takes away from the happiness that she had within herself. So I'm responsible for that shit. That's what.
Hey, Rick, can I ask a question?
What's up?
If I had a woman and I went to all my friends and I was talking about our personal issues, do you think that would be disrespectful?
Nah, I don't. I definitely don't. Nah,
so if I go to Ali and I say, hey, she's doing me this.
I'm gonna tell you why, because that speaks volumes to that woman. That speaks volumes to you as a man. Because why is your woman feel comfortable to go talk to somebody other than you about what's going on? Hold on, let me.
No, I did it, not her. No, you missed the point. You missed it. I did that.
Let me answer how I took it. Then you can just tell me.
No. You know what was the question?
You just.
AWOL thoughts. Let me see who are you. AWOL thoughts. This here was Fatty's and Ali's panel brother. Let me get back into it.
If your woman go talk to another
No, that's not what I said. That's not what I said. Let me rephrase it. Let me repeat it.
Go ahead.
I go to my friends. I go to the barber shop. Man, that woman, she respects me. Man, that woman does me this. That woman does me that. And I go to Ali, and then I go to Pearl, and then I go to Melanie, I go to Jazz, I go to the gym, I go to jiu-jitsu class. Like, I'm telling my problems, my internal problems of the relationship, how I feel about that woman to the external world. Do you think that's disrespectful to that woman?
We gotta pick what we want. Do y'all want men to keep it in? Y'all want men to get the shit out?
I'm asking your opinion. Do you think that's disrespect to that woman?
I don't think it's disrespect. No, hell no, that. But make sure you have the conversation with her though as well. Make sure she know how you feel, not just your brother and your mama. To make sure you don't talk to her too.
Wait, so you do that?
No, Fat.
Just 1 second. Now, you do that?
I don't know. I got no problem. I don't talk to nobody about my man, but I'm telling you as a man, if you do that
So
shit,
why don't you do it then?
make sure because there ain't nobody business.
That was the point with Michelle Obama. It was nobody's business. That's the point.
That's what I choose to do.
But there's the point with Michelle Obama. There's nobody's business. If she
to do is what you choose to do. I choose not to talk to nobody but my wife, because that's who I'm married to. I'm not married to my mama, so I don't bring to my mama, talk to my wife.
Hey, Rick, let me ask you a question, Big Rick. See if you're consistent, because something ain't sounding right. Why would a man be afraid to tell his woman?
Yeah, why?
What you mean?
Why you saying the narrative right now that men don't tell their women, they go tell other people. Why would a man, I'm asking you, why would a man not tell his woman?
Because they don't want to have the right to respond. They come behind the shit. They don't want to. They feel like she won't listen.
Come on, Rick, come on. That's the point, Rick.
No, I get what you're saying. What I'm saying is, though, that should be a discussion that you have. Most men don't like uncomfortable conversations, so they don't talk to them.
So walk it down, fam. No, walk it down. He already know he about to get an uncomfortable conversation. What happens after that, fam? Does she go, you know what? I'm tired of this being uncomfortable. I'm going to do exactly what you want now. Or she going to double down on the uncomfortable?
Depending on the situation, depending on the woman.
Bro, stop capping, man. Quit capping.
I didn't say that at all. You just said you put all men. Look what you're doing. You won't put all women in the box, but you just put all men in the box and say they're afraid to tell their women something.
I'm gonna say, now hold on one second. You gotta be the word matter. I ain't said nothing all. I said some men. So
I didn't say all. You did that. You started this. You did. You said men. You didn't say most men.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I ain't never said.
Let me go ahead and fast forward through this so I can get to Pearl's entire live stream.
Apparel printer, a new solution for making apparel easy.
I printed this t-shirt with the back neck label, sleeve head.
As
He ain't said it right.
that's literally what you said.
Let me just throw that part in there, because this shit matter. I asked the man, do you always come home and she been sitting at home all day and the dishes are not done? He said no. She normally do it, but she wanted me to do it that day and I didn't feel like doing it, and she got an attitude. So yeah, don't put it. She cleaned the house clean. She washed the dishes, but that particular day he came in, she didn't have him washed, and she didn't feel like doing it. She asked him could he do it, and he flew off the motherfucking lid. So so we not.
And what are they, Joe?
Skip through this. Okay, there we go.
But that's not him. He said.
Don't break her back.
That's what the man. That's what
Don't break her back.
my third grass ain't gonna break your damn.
My back hurt right now. My back hurt right now.
Don't break her back.
Y'all trying to make it look like they make the worst.
I thought women was supposed to. I thought women was supposed to lighten the load for us. Not we supposed to lighten everything for her.
You should be doing that.
No. The man is the helpmate.
The women supposed to ever take things off our plate.
Did you not say everything? You just cooked and went to the grocery and brought my food down here?
Yeah, but that was not the point. One second.
Let me talk. I've been sitting on my end talking to y'all.
No, it's because you are very long-winded. Can you be a little bit quicker? Just a little bit quicker so we can have a conversation.
Go ahead. See, listen to this, right? Hey, Rick, one second, man. Rick, I'm not trying to get. What I'm saying is, we're gonna have a conversation. You gotta let folks talk.
Rick, you are being Rick. Rick, a conversation is not you say something and you say.
We need to say. Let me speak.
We need you keep interrupting, Rick.
Do that, cause y'all niggas don't get.
Okay. So let's do the timer so nobody interrupts nobody right now, and I will do the timer, but I'm going to start. So this is what Rick. This is what you're saying, right? And I respect how you move. You want your woman to feel comfortable, so there's some things that you do. You go ahead and check the oil level. You probably pump the gas. You clean the car. You put the trash out. All that because you love her. You actually enjoy doing these things for her, right? So those things are immovable. If you enjoy doing things for her, you will do it. I'm not saying that sometimes, like on an emergency, she doesn't put gas in the car because she needs to go an extra way, right? But that's perfect, right? So that's the point. If you are a never man, she will never have to pump gas. She will never have to put the trash out. She will never have to clean the car. She will never have to this. Why is she? Rick will never have to clean some dishes. Rick will never have to clean the floor. Rick will never have to cook something. Rick will never have why isn't she for you what you are for her? Why you help her do the dishes too?
I'm the man and she the woman, so we got two different roles we play in the marriage. I don't mind. See, why most men complain about and they just be doing the bare minimum complaining. I go above and beyond and I don't complain. So that's the difference. When you like your woman and you love your woman, you don't mind doing those things. And you don't compare to what she do for you. And to hold on, when it's in your heart to do it and you love it, you gonna do that shit. Right?
Okay, so if you don't mind doing those things, how come they don't mind taking out the trash every once in a while?
What my wife look like taking out the trash? We got a grown.
You said they don't. He's not letting his wife take the trash out.
Listen, and when my man is around, I barely touch trash either. But sometimes I do. If I'm just in the moment, I'm cleaning up whatever the case may be. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, but that's not him. He said, no, Jess, but that's not him. He said never. So the word never is wrong, right? Yes, please think about it, right? If I am stuck with this job, this is my responsibility because I love this woman. If this woman loves me, it should be a responsibility. For example, if Rick said, I do all these, but for example, when we have kids, I never touch on some diaper. She always waking up and taking. I will be like, you know what? This is something that is fair. If he is always doing these things, it's fair that the woman has at least 1, 2, 3 things that she always does, no matter what happens. In my household, it was always like that. My dad used to do certain things in the house, and my mom used to do some things in my house. My dad doesn't do what my mom does, and my mom doesn't do what my dad does. Matter of fact, my mom will be offended if my dad goes ahead and starts to clean some shit or do some shit, because that's not his job. And matter of fact, most women, Ali says this all the time, most women hate when men go and clean shit because it never gets done the way that they like to be done. You didn't clean the dishes right, you didn't clean the floor right, let me do it because I don't want even to argue about that, right?
And there
My wife like that. My wife the same way.
and there are men that are way better. And there are men that are way better cooks than women.
Right.
Who would prefer to cook in their household. But y'all are boxing genders into all these norms. If that dynamic works for you, like what I asked Ali was, what is it that a woman needs to do all the time to be like the woman or whatever? And he said she needs to wash the dishes. She needs to cook. She needs to be available to sex whenever he wants. He needs and she needs to have as many babies as he wants. That's what Ali wants. That's what Ali needs. That is not a standard for every man in every situation. Figure out what your standards are. Find a woman that's okay with those standards and rock out. Stop making a big deal about dishes and trash. Just find somebody that compliments you, that likes you and respects you, and is going to do everything to keep a smile on your face. Period. For women, it is like, I want to make sure this house is clean, nice and sexy, for my man, because he's doing that in the third. And sometimes he washes dishes too. That don't make him less of a man. They're doing things like when I cook, sometimes my man likes to wash dishes. I be like, no, I got it, baby. He's like, no, you did that. I can do this. It's just about being kind and reciprocal to one another. Everybody, you can't say every woman's obligation is to have kids when some men don't even want kids. Some women don't even want kids. Your standards are different based on the guy. Like, y'all overthinking this, and sometimes when y'all talk, it reveals how much you don't have experience with healthy relationships. Because y'all got these like weird ideologies and like, if she doesn't love you if you're washing dishes. Like, what? Is that really what y'all believe? Like, it's okay. Like, there are women out here that actually will love you and will do things naturally if they actually like you. And it will come naturally to you when you are feeling appreciated.
During the 2020 lockdowns, my back was wrecked. I gave in and bought a Sequelab chair, and honestly, it was a total game changer. One of my favorite features is the pebble seat design. I often sit cross-legged or change positions throughout the day, and this chair actually allows for that constantly, which is rare.
And it will come naturally to you when you are feeling appreciated.
That's right. Agreed.
Oh, that's absolutely 100% not true. And the problem with this is that y'all only support the woman's narrative and what they want and how they want things to be. And typically it's the man being the woman and the woman being the man when she running the household. That's what y'all find with. You content with a man doing his responsibilities and a woman's responsibility. It's never her doing her responsibility or him doing his responsibility and we supposedly sharing. That's why, and Jazz, you know I love you too, I love Rick too, but she's gonna agree with everything you say because that's what most women want. They want a man that's doing their responsibilities and your responsibilities as well too. They're doing bare minimum, and a man come online and men come online and go, you know what, man? My woman don't touch no grass. My woman don't pay no bills. My woman ain't gotta do nothing in this house. And then I go, hey brother, what does your woman actually do? And not you, Rick. Now I ain't talking about you personally. Most brothers, she put the ink in the printer. She helped me open a business. She spent my money.
The house. She decorate the house.
Most men cannot tell you what their woman does in the house. I agree with y'all that there's great women out there, there's great brothers out there, but for the majority of relationships, women are doing the bare minimum to get the most out of a man, and most men are taught to accept it and go, that's a real man. When I go, what's a woman's responsibility? What makes her a real woman? Whatever her man wants. And then I go, most of y'all don't submit to your man in general. And most of you don't support the man in the individual man. So most women don't submit or cooperate to nobody, not even God.
Fact.
So let's keep it real when we have these conversations.
Fact.
Most brothers like you, if they can do it, they'll do everything for their lady. Are there broke men out there? Yes, sir. But they'll still get their paycheck to their lady. We got brothers come on here that make $40,000 a year. They woman make $100,000 a year, and that man still give his whole paycheck to the woman, and she's still saving her money. And that's fine if we say that. All I'm saying is, if a man is gonna break his back, and I'm gonna say break his back for his lady, damn near she need to make sure she doing something 100% where he ain't got to do it too, and she cater to that man and make sure the relationship benefits him where he has to suffer less as well too and make his life easier. That's all we saying, fam.
We literally
Can I say one thing? Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. Let me say one thing, guys.
We're saying the same thing. You got it.
And one of his points that his wife does is decorate their home. he act like women don't want to decorate the home anyway. If you thought you were going to decorate that house, she would not let you. She would say, no, nigga, this is I want to decorate the house. I want the house to be how I want it to be.
And here is CJ the raccoon talking.
Your experience, CJ?
Yes, I know that goes from experience. You got decorating at home.
Just let him laugh, fam.
Nigga, but I'm saying something. Just because I treat my woman certain
hold on, fam. You asked not to interrupt. You asked us not to interrupt each other. Let him land, and you respond to him. You got the mic right after him. Let CJ land. You got it, fam.
So most men act like they're doing their woman a favor by letting them do the things that they want to do anyway. She cooks meals. She decorate the house. That's some stuff that they already want to do. They don't want you to do it anyway. They don't like your taste. So they're gonna say, no, I don't want that. That's ugly. That's ugly. That's ugly. This is what I want in my house. They think it's their home. So your point is moved into it. And now you're going to
go ahead, Rick. Yeah, that shit count. Maybe for you, right? That might work. That might be your situation. You may not do the type of thing that I do, and you don't have no input, right? You're not the man of the house, and you're not the head, and she don't respect you. So for me, that's not. I still got to say so. Don't get it fucked up, right? I'm still the man. Can I talk? I'm still the man of my motherfucking house, and I am able to call shots because I pay the cost to be the boss just like my wife. And she can't look for me because when I first got with her, I paid for her first appointment. I bought her first car. I didn't come with her broke and trying to figure no shit out. I've been having my own money, my own bullshit, right? So what a lot of niggas do, you come and she had to build your ass up, nigga. You want nothing till you found her. But that ain't my situation. So don't get it fucked up just because I say, see, I need my woman not for what a broke nigga, a nigga that you look at that woman as a resource. I don't need her for a place to stay. I had 2 hours. I was trapping when I was 16, 15 years old. I had 2 hours that I was paying rent on, right? So don't get it fucked up. I don't need her for no food because I can cook my own motherfucking food. I need my wife for the shit you can't pay for. Right? Which is what? You don't understand that then, man. You got to.
Which is what?
I didn't interrupt you, bro. When I was talking, you might need to go do a little bit more research and do a little bit more digging, right? So you speaking for yourself. Now you might say, I want some blue curd, and your wife be like, nah, that shit. But my wife listen to me. She respect me because I have shown that I make good choices with good decisions when it comes to what's best for us as a team, not just me. And it ain't no me and I, it's us and we and my. So my shit is a little different than a lot of niggas.
I see you just long-winded and like to talk. So
hey, one second. One second. Iso, 1 second.
You shot me.
One second.
Bruh, this CJ dude is such a bitch. Sorry, not sorry. The dude whines and bitches and moans like a fucking female.
I will let y'all fight. If y'all keep doing CJ, you're doing the ad-lib shit. You do it. I'll literally let y'all do it. Don't do the long-winded shit if you're not ready to fight. That is all I'm saying. Okay?
Ali, this ain't.
I got nothing to say to that.
No, it's fine. It's not everything under control. Okay? We're going to read the super chat.
And don't think you're gonna bully me because you got 3 niggas that got a different opinion. I'm standing on what I stand on, nigga. I say what I say and I mean what the fuck I'm saying.
And you should do that to me. That's why you are here.
Welcome back to a girl on me, nigga. I don't know you, nigga. Fuck wrong with you?
We are going to read the super chat in 5 minutes, okay, friends? Once again, thank you very much to the 500 people watching in all platforms. I appreciate you. Please go subscribe to all the content creators that are on the show. I'm doing a terrible job linking people's links lately, friends, but I'm still around the studio. As soon as I'm done, we're good to go, okay? Please support the goals so we can get all the goals made. I'll at least need some members, and the Hamburger Fund still needs $100, okay? Thank you, Kazim, for being the sponsor of the show for now. Athena.
Yes.
Question for you, Athena.
Okay.
You have a softer job. You have a air conditioner type of job, right?
Mm-hmm.
And your husband is a farmer, or he as a HVAC, whatever. Y'all come home. You ask him to do the dishes. Are you acting up, or is acting up by saying, nah, you do it? It's your job because my work is way harder than yours, so you do it. Like, what side do you, like, where do you stand?
I think that there are certain things that you split and certain things that you don't. Typically, guys that have those blue-collar jobs, they don't work 8 hours a day. They work 10, sometimes 12 hours
Yep.
a day. So expecting a
Facts.
man to come home after 10, 12 hours and do the dishes is crazy.
Beyond
Even if you're
crazy.
splitting the bills or whatever, when you come as a partnership, you can't say, well, I pay half the bills, so you have to do this, that, whatever. Like, you help each other out, and like the dishes.
College football is in the air. Watch live games with Game Day featured.
Like, the dishes, I mean, that's just that's the woman's job. And typically women don't earn as much as men. They are, the jobs that they do have.
Can we equalize it, Tina? You are in the same thing. You work 8 hours, he works 8 hours. You are the same as him. Both of y'all leave home, like you leave home at 6 and you come home at 5. He leaves out at 7, he comes up at 6. Let's go with that, right? He gets 1 hour after you. Both of you work 8 hours all day. What are you more inclined to side with? You still do all the dishes and all these old chores?
Yeah.
You have a couple job, or you want him here and there to clean the dishes, here and there to do some cleaning, here and there to do like some of the house, the homework?
Asking here and there, like especially around that time of the month, you're not 100%, or let's say you just had a baby and the baby's cluster feeding, absolutely. But for the most part, there are certain things that women do and certain things that men do. If they're both working the same amount of hours, but blue collar jobs are really difficult. I was married to a blue collar worker, and that's not easy work. That's hard work. So to expect a man to get off,
Especially if you're doing
busting his
construction.
butt all day. I mean, if he worked an office job just like I worked an office job, then yeah, I would say we should probably share the load and work on it that way. But if he's doing a more physically laborious job, like why would you ask him to do that when he just was outside all day? You were sitting in the office. Like no, I don't agree with that.
I'll say this because we have 1 minute and then we go to the main event, right? I think most men don't even have to be asked. They are benevolent enough to give women breaks because they know how women work. They are going to bring some food home because they kind of see that she's cooking too much. They are going to do the deep cleaning or help here and there because she been doing the day-to-day basis. So they kind of, like, we see this all the time. Like, men are not, like most men, they're not just going crazy and say, yeah, you get everything. You know what I'm saying? But that's the point is, you're still waiting for me to die for you if something goes left. If there's a fire and the firefighter only killing one person, I'm not the one going. If there's somebody invaded the house or somebody has a problem in school, you want me to go deal with that. So, in my opinion, I have no problem with relationships, with modern relationships when people do 50-50. But the problem with the 50-50 is never 50-50. Because there's certain things that the woman will never.
No, it's not. It's 100. It's 100. And whenever y'all slack up or whatever, it's the job of the other person to pick up the slack of the one that's slacking off.
Never. And if she does, it's a complete embarrassment to the
Partnership.
family. While the things that women are going to now crave is, the baby's crying. It was me the last time. Now it's your turn. Oh, this time I changed the diaper last time, so it's your turn. If the man started to acting like that, it was my time to turn. Now it's your turn. Oh, we have a flat tire on the highway. It's your turn. Like, woman will leave men in mess. Because for whatever reason, women be conditioned that they should be treated like men when it comes to rights, but they shouldn't be treated like men when it comes to responsibilities. And just to wrap it up, all these y'all modern women with modern relationships, get on a knee, pay for dates, buy me some shit, send me cash apps randomly. Grand Rising King, I hope you slept well. This is for your day, $50. Like, it's always this, I want to be a modern woman, but you pay for the dates. You get on one knee, you buy me the ring. Nah, either it's 100 or it's nothing. I will literally get in a relationship with you, let you feel the burden of the 50-50 you asking, and then I'm going to come to you just like you go to your drunk driver friend and he says, you see, you smash your car, now can you let me drive? And now we're good to go. But if you insist in driving, and women do that a lot, oh, okay, we're going to have a 10-hour drive. You got this, baby. I drive 5, you drive 5. Why do you have to drive 5? Nah, you wanted it, go ahead and do it. It is what it is. Okay? So, Frank.
Before we go to super chats, can I say one more thing?
Absolutely not. Yes, you.
So women act like taking the trash out is some big deal. Like, I live outside of city limits, so I have to burn my own trash. Like, I have to not only take it out, I have to get a fire started and make sure it burns all the way. I think most modern people are so spoiled. They have a dishwasher, they have...
Facts. A lot of modern women are spoiled, and they don't even know how spoiled they really are.
A washer machine, a dryer. They couldn't wash clothes by hand. They couldn't hang it up. They couldn't do any of that stuff. They can't burn their own trash. I think that sometimes women just want to complain about something. Taking the trash out is nothing. It is, like, if I were to be like, you know what? Like, even whenever I was married, right? If I were to be like, I'm not going to take the trash out because I don't feel like it, there would be maggots, there would be flies, it would be disgusting. I just do it. It's not a difficult job. If it was something like, I mean, I could even change a tire, but if I had a man, I'd be like, no, I'm gonna let you do that. Like, things like that, absolutely. But taking out the trash, that's just being petty. Do that. Like, things like that, absolutely. But taking out the trash, that's just being petty. And that's what I gotta say about that.
Buckle up, everyone. It's time for some super chats.
Man, let me fast forward through this.
American appreciation. We have the love, but every now and then we kind of hear whispers of that relationship again. This time was Vivica Fox. She, for whatever reason, mentioned 50 Cent. Somebody asked her.
Okay, let me fast forward a little bit more.
If you...
I think it was Jordan Peterson was talking about how there are some men who seem competent through their confidence and risk-taking, because if you look at it biologically speaking, risk-taking did lead to positive outcomes as long as it was responsible. But a lot of women are attracted to that even if it's not in a positive way. It's not positive risk-taking, it's negative risk-taking.
Rick was nodding his head a little bit. What do you think? Do you think the statement is wrong, Rick? That women are not
Yes, absolutely. I think you say that. Because most men don't lead with no chaos. When you first meet a woman, you don't even show her that you got some shit going on.
Accessibility shortcut.
Most men lead with this fake ass persona that they are the man that's of her dream, and you nothing like the nigga that you had before you. So I don't think women are thinking those type of men. But by the time she realize that you full of shit and you ain't the nigga that you led with, right? It's too late. She already invested her emotion that gave you her motherfucking body and shit, that gave you her time and shit. So that's what it is. If how many men walk up to women and say, I got 10 baby mama, I don't take care of my kids, I can't keep a full-time job, 30 days to get hired on a permit. If you fuck with me and have a baby by me and one night you make me mad and I feel some type of way about you, I'm gonna dismiss your ass and leave you up with a single baby mama and raise a kid by yourself. Men don't come at women like that. Even when you know you got problems and you ain't got your shit together, you don't present yourself in that manner. You coming like you done got your shit together, ain't no baggage, ain't your baby mama, you in good standing with your previous relationship. Men, we are very deceiving and we lead with the bullshit a lot of times we don't end up with that shit. So that's why you get women in chaos with dealing with these men. Most women are type of bad men like that, bro. They not choosing. We choose them. They don't choose what we choose.
Question for Pearl, and then Yuri can actually respond, and then we go to the fellas. I'll see you, CJ. Pearl, do most women know about how these men move out there. Because in my head it comes Future, Nick Cannon, Cam Newton. Like, usually the guy that has already a track record and women still flock to them. This is a very visible other thing. This is like
now women know, but we hate that we love them.
That's different.
Like, oh, I love him so much. I hate it. We hate that we love the criminals, the players, the rappers, in this case, the entertainers, the really unstable.
Okay, we already
just
heard
love.
this
And
part.
you can see this because when women are young and hot, that's who we pick.
I think we already heard this part.
Well, it's not wrong. Most black women are more attracted to. They have a higher propensity to be attracted to those men. I don't know why y'all got offended and expect black.
Yeah, we heard this part. God, this is CJ when he starts a raccoon on the panel.
Howard, that's where this basic shit come from. Like I told y'all before, it's the black women that want us to get us into this basic.
Can you cool later?
Can I finish?
Can you cool later?
Black women are going to get us into this basic shit.
Just let him land. No, it's fine. We control. Hey, Tyranny, don't mute yourself if I'm mute. Go ahead, CJ.
So, yeah, I think they want to get us into a war that we can't win so they can go and be with the white man. And that's a different topic, but sorry.
Alright. Tyranny, you have a chance to reply, and then I'll get the best of the people that they haven't talked, especially Big Rick, right? What did CJ said that was wrong? It's the battle of ideas. 1 second, Tyranny. Remember, this is the battle of ideas. You have uninterrupted time to prove CJ that what he said is wrong. No name calling. For now. Later we can do it. Let's prove CJ wrong. Why is it wrong that most black women are attracted to this type of man?
Pearl, no, we're not attracted to them. Their men want us. That's why
And once again, Tyranny, you are not the messenger.
they really hate us because they can't.
That was not the question.
That's it.
That was not the question. That was not the question. No, Tyranny, you have to be. 1 second. I talk at you. Tyranny, 1 second. Tyranny.
After this, we're going to go to Pearl's. Damn it.
You know about it.
After this, we're going to go to Pearl's live stream. And I'm going to play that thing in its whole entirety.
Stems because you are the one that dated the black bum, a black homeless man. Right? I would literally come out of the woodwork because I know you're
God forbid I help.
Right? And these not black women that are just addicted to black bum. You are addicted to a black bum because that was the person that you actually dated for a bunch of years, right?
God
So,
forbid I help the homeless.
no, he was not homeless.
No,
He was not
he
homeless.
actually wasn't, but that's what everyone says.
He only was sleeping down your house.
No, it's not the full. I mean, it doesn't matter, but.
Yes, but my point is this, Pearl. We're treating you with respect. You can definitely touch on race. We can literally do shows about race, put the table to you, and you can do whatever you want. But if we are going to try to either get clippable moments or something like that, we know more about you than you know about us. So if you want to go there, we can go there. I take my gloves off and we can do whatever we want. And if nobody can be offended because of black this and black that, you are going to talk about the time where you were fucking a black homeless man, a fat motherfucker that you were having in your house, right?
Fatty, you're fat too. It's like you're
absolutely. You have no titties and no ass. You are a man of me. You have no titties and no ass.
I didn't even know Fatty said that. Talking about you got no tits and no ass.
I have a dream that one day every man and woman will rise above the hate, that we'll all become untouchable.
Hey girl, you watch Ollie and the Untouchables? No, girl, they talk too much.
Man, this is about man, they talk too much. They talk too much. Too much for real. They talk too much, I mean.
They talk too much.
Y'all talk too much.
Catch the full video only on YouTube. Find games easier than finding your remote. Get 100 plus channels.
Now we're going to go to Pearl's live stream. And CJ the Raccoon.
What if...
Mind y'all, this is the live stream that she struck up after she threw a hissy fit.
Is up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Pearl Daily here on the Audacity Network. I haven't been live streaming as much for you guys because, quite frankly, you guys don't seem to like it as much. It seems like the pre-recorded stuff, you guys like.
Nah, Pearl, your audience is dying. That's what it is.
Me reacting, the coffee thought. So I've been hearing you, and I've been doing more of that format. But today was actually, I wasn't supposed to do a show today. I had my night booked, and it takes a lot for me to book a night. I had my night booked to do a panel show, and I was supposed to go on this panel show and do a debate. Now, I want to start talking about why I don't really do debates and panel shows as much anymore. And I want to talk about, this is actually pretty rare, and I turned down so many panel shows, debates. Like, I wish I could put into words how often that I turn stuff down. And I don't turn things down to be rude. I don't turn things down to be pretentious or think I'm better than anybody. But I generally think it's better to just create my own thing than go on all these other people's shows.
You are so full of shit, Pearl. You know what? Let me speed this up.
The typical names that black people call white people when they disagree with their ideas. And maybe he was to some degree, I don't know. But I'm the type, I give people fair interviews no matter what. So I bring this guy on.
Blah, blah, blah.
And he was great. He was awesome. I had a great interview with him. I got along. And this pissed off the co-host. I think he felt like, Pearl, why didn't you check with me? And I'm like, who are you? You're not paying the bills at my house. And long story short, we were renegotiating pay. And this guy wanted me to double his pay. And this happened to me over and over again. Where he wanted to do a different rate, or it was higher. I can't remember the exact logistics. And I was forced to kind of look at my Tuesday show. And I was going to say, am I making more money on my show with you than my other shows? And the answer was no. So then I ended up saying, if you want, maybe we could do this network type deal. And mind you, I don't think he realized how expensive the network, like me running his YouTube channel, was, because maybe he couldn't do math, I don't know. But it was a very expensive ask of me to do this. I had to pay rent in a very expensive apartment.
You're rich. We don't care.
One of many young people who are currently educating and radicalizing our youngest generation. Fun fact, even if I wanted the more comfortable, the more highbrow conversation, and trust me, I do, I simply don't have the same access to these conversations as my peers do. I simply don't have...
Oh my God. Hold on. Okay, you said, and go to post? 3 buttons and say go. No, I'm trying to show the messages, Doug MPA, without the, because on the left. Actually, I think I can do it if I zoom enough. I think, actually, I don't really care about the last ones. It's just me sending stuff. Okay, I'll do it.
See if I can zoom. Am I able to zoom? Oh my god. Actually, let me finish her video. I'm sorry.
So, here we go.
I know all the other big YouTubers.
Who
I
cares?
get so many people on
Who cares?
that, you know, want to do panels and debates, but they need someone they can trust. They don't want to put in the work. They don't want to put in, like, the work of putting everybody together, organize. It's just, you know, shit for us to do. We don't feel like doing it. By the way, I'm gonna share the stream now. Go spam their chat and tell all their chat to come here. I just think it would be funny.
Now, this here is Pearl playing dirty. This here is playing dirty if I ever saw it. But what's worse than Pearl playing dirty is CJ dropping out of Fatty's chat right dead in the middle of the live stream to go to Pearl's to Raccoon.
This is the channel. So, oh my god.
You should have choked, bitch.
All right, I'm back. So, mind you, if you have 5,000 subs, when I have 5,000 subs, I just don't have a lot of sympathy for these people. Like, if I was the girl and I had 5,000...
Hold on. So, but you went on a show that had 5,000 subs. You went to Clout Chase, Pearl. Truth of the matter is, Fatty and Ali really didn't need you to do their show. You talking about you got 1 million subscribers, this, that, and the third. Who cares? Like, seriously.
Sympathy for these people. Like, if I was the girl and I had...
Microaggression. Did y'all notice the microaggression? These people. Notice the microaggression when she said these people. Pay attention.
500 views a video, and a big YouTuber with 2 million subscribers said to think of a better topic, I would just think of a better topic. And that's kind of how white people, like, I would say we're very opportunity driven. We very much,
Do y'all hear the microaggressions?
make the most of the opportunities we're given. I would say that's normal in white culture. The boss says jump, you say how high. They say work 80 hours.
So you want us, so your idea for the black community is go, yes, master, I'll be a good old nigga for master. And that's basically what you want out of black folks. Here's the news flash, Pearl. We ain't doing that no more. This is what I got to say to Hannah Pearl Davis. And I'm saying this with my whole effing chest. Fuck you.
The boss says jump, you say how high. They say work 80 hours a week. I guess that's what I'm doing this week. And I just don't get that level of, like, work ethic. Anyway, so this YouTuber, I went on a show before and I kind of had the same moderation issues where he would just have one guy take over the whole panel that wasn't even famous, and there was, like, way bigger people on, and I'm like, what are you doing, you know? And it would be one thing if the person was making coherent points, but they weren't. So anyways, he comes to me and he says, hey, we can have you on the panel. And I'm like, hey, I'll come back on the show. Why not? and maybe this could be a weekly thing. And I said, I think a good topic. I don't want to misquote, so I'll go through the DMs. No, I'm not showing any. I'm not showing any. I want to summarize. I want to make sure I'm not misquoting or mis-summarizing. Oh, he invited me on a live. I asked the topic. I said I can't do this time, and then we were going back and forth on time. I said a panel is fine. I want a contentious topic that people will disagree on. Oh, I have an idea, black fatigue. So this was my idea, but this is what I'm thinking we're talking about.
Now, you saying you sent that to Fatty. Why are you not showing proof of the email or the DM or whatever? This is what you're saying. If you're saying that you suggested the black fatigue has a topic, show proof of the email. But you're not showing proof because you know it's an MF and lie. Liar.
So I go on this panel. How do we make that a question? These topics are doing well. I can pull clips. Blah blah blah. We do heavy debates every week. Tell me what you want to tap.
Show the email, Pearl. Until you can show the email, you are a liar.
We'll make it happen. The main topics: relationships, black fatigue. This is what I'm DM'd from him. And just in case anything you unsend, I have this on the record. And I mean this with all respect, but
if you got the email, show it. Show it or shut the F up.
I don't like being gaslit. I really don't. I don't like being lied about. I don't like it when people say...
Where did Fatty lie about you at? Because based on evidence I played, the liar and the gaslighter is you.
I said things I didn't say or did things I didn't do. I don't like that. And I used to ignore it, but I'm just to the point that it's just... I'm going to defend myself. Okay, so whatever. We go back and forth on the time. I even said we got to talk about why black women keep fucking these fat women. Anyway, so I actually go on the show, and this one guy's just over talking everybody, and I'm like, I just can't. If this is how it's going to be moderated, I got to go. He begs me to come back. He begs me, and I say, okay. I say, okay, that's fine. And this is me after I come back, and this is where we're going to get into the debate. And I'm going to react, and I'm going to give you my thoughts. And then I'm going to bring up some panelists to react. Ellie. Are you chewing? She's chewing my desk. All right, so let me... Now, mind you, to be fair, the title was Vivica Fox and 50 Cents. Maybe that was in the email. But I'm thinking, okay, I came on here expecting to talk about black fatigue. That was what I'm here to do. I came in with black fatigue stats. I'm ready to go. Now, mind you, imagine accusing me of race baiting.
Which you did. Which you did race bait. Stop the cap. You did race bait. You lying white demon.
Fatigue. How could I even do that? Why, if you can't talk about race, why would you make that the topic? Okay, so, all right, we're gonna watch.
Give me 1 second, y'all. Sorry about that.
I think it would be funny to steal their viewers. I do think it would be funny. So you guys should tell them in the chat to.
Really? Let's keep going.
Okay. And like the video, we got almost 4,000 people watching across platforms.
Dealing with these men. Most women are not type of those bad men like that, bro. They not choose. We choose them. They don't choose.
Question for Pearl, and then Yuri can actually respond, and then we go to the fellas. I see you, CJ. Pearl, do most women know about how these men move out there? Because in my head, it comes Future, Nick Cannon, Cam Newton. Like, usually the guy that has already a track record and women still flock to them. This is a very visible, I don't think this is like the woman.
No, women know, but we hate that we love them. Like, oh, I love him so much. I hate it. We hate that we love the criminals, the players, the rappers, in this case, the entertainers, the really unstable men we just love. And you can see this because when women are young and hot, that's who we pick. When we're old, ugly, and mind you, this girl, she's starting with the disrespect. None of this is called out. Okay, they're not checking this. Which, whatever, I'm kind of walking into the lines done. You see the face this woman's making? None of this is going to be checked. I'll get checked, but they won't.
Who gives a shit about someone making a face at you, Pearl? Grow the fuck up. Damn. Big deal. Somebody makes a face at you. Shut the fuck up.
And you wonder why black women are so bad. It's like the black men never hold them accountable for anything. And if they crash...
Again, with the microaggression. And I don't know what black community you talking about, but over here, I'm just speaking for myself. I hold black people accountable. I hold white people accountable. I hold Latino people accountable. I hold Asian people accountable. I don't care what skin color you is. If you come around me and do some fuck shit, I'm gonna call you the fuck out. And Hannah Pearl Davis, today is your motherfucking day. You white demon.
The black men never hold them accountable for anything. And if they crash out, then I'm the bad guy. It's like, all right. And used up, that's when we go for the stable guys. And we do a very good job, we do a very good job convincing them we love them. So, I don't know, if any girl comes in and is like, I love the stable guys, it's like, at 20, did you? Usually not, so. That's... And we can't help it to some degree. We cannot help that we are attracted to men that show signs of dominance. I think a lot of us we wish we could turn it off, but we can't. It's just what we're attracted to. We're biologically hardwired to do that, unfortunately. So
we're biologically hardwired to.
So she's offended, and I would assume it's because she dated a criminal. I'm going to assume. I think there was someone there because women get offended by this when they're dating the stable guy, and they're like, "Oh, he can't know. He can't know."
Did you say we're biologically hardwired to want chaotic, criminal?
Well, dominant. Yeah, dominant. Because you got to think of like Ted Bundy. He had women. He had women writing him love letters. He impregnated a woman. He impregnated a woman while he was in prison for murdering women. This is a real Luigi Mangione.
I don't think that's a woman thing. I think that's a thing that certain women do.
Where did Jazz lie? And again, I do not always agree with Jazz, but Jazz right here told no lie.
Well, now she's going into the not all women are like that. So I'm saying women like criminals. And by the way, I started with a white example. It was white women that were crushing on Ted Bundy and Luigi Mangione. But I don't like being disingenuous. I don't like when women gaslight and pretend they don't know something. Now, I don't know much about this woman.
Again, Jazz did not gaslight you. You gaslit Jazz. That is what the FUCK happened.
But I just have a hard time believing that she doesn't know women that have dated criminals. I just don't believe it. And it's because of the stats when it comes to the black community and my personal experience, right? So,
And me personally, you as a white person, you, in my opinion, you have no right to talk about the black community. And again, to Fatty and Ali, the two of you screwed up by inviting her up here, inviting her to your panel. That's what the two of you screwed up at.
this isn't just facts, data, and statistics. It's also just what I've experienced. Is that black women just tend to go for more thug-like guys. You know, they like the criminals. Black men that I know that date black women, they've had a similar experience. And I'm okay with people having different experiences, but what I don't like is being disingenuous. So, anyways, you are correct.
Jazz, let her land and you respond. You going to get the mic, let her land.
Not every woman does that. There's different levels of dominance. However, we are still attracted to dominant men, and that does come in the form of, if a man can kill someone else, he can protect us biologically. So that just is what it is.
What the fuck is you talking about?
Dominance, would you find a man that can dominate and harm a woman attractive?
That's one.
Even Jazz is looking at Pearl like, what the fuck is you talking about? And usually, Jazz is usually the one to say crazy shit. But if you sitting there saying something and Jazz looking at you crazy, you was batshit crazy as hell.
Way that men describe it, or that's one way that men do it, and women do select those men. So I try not to apply morality. So she's trying to make it about me. She's like, Pearl, do you like criminals?
I'll be right back, y'all.
So tiring. So I'm trying morality to this, good or bad, it doesn't matter. Because women do pick criminals. Criminals are men that have committed a violent crime are actually more likely. They are more likely to reproduce than men that haven't. So she's trying to be a bitch, right? She's being a bitch before I'm being a bitch to her. I like it. Let's just keep it a buck. Let's just keep it a buck. Will they check this? No. She's saying, "Oh, speak for yourself." I don't date criminals. As far as I know, there's no one I've dated that has a criminal record. So it's just, do you know what I mean? I don't know anything about this one. I didn't make this world. I didn't make women write love letters to Ted Bundy.
Has that been your experience? Like, are you attracted to criminals?
To be fair, I don't know many criminals. So that hasn't been my experience personally. But sounds like these are setups. They are not debating. They're attacking your character.
Okay. Give me a minute.
Well, I mean, I didn't even mind a little bit of a setup because I did feel like I could cook. I didn't think I would lose this. Is there another super chat I missed, or was it just that one? Black fathers were targeted for destruction, starting with the Great Society that in crowded ghettos are the main causes of what you see today. Is there any other supers I missed? Oh, there's another one. When Europeans arrived in sub-Saharan Africa, there was no structure more permanent than a grass hut, and only plates were in lips. Nothing much has changed. Oh, I didn't even see all these. This is so inauthentic. You're audience fishing. No, I actually think these are the most authentic streams I've done. It's not like this was a topic that I want to cover. I mean, it gives people ammo on me, right? People throw in my face, my ex-boyfriend all the time. Good guy, nothing against him. But people do that. And this just gives people ammo to, make fun of me, right? It makes it uncomfortable sometimes in public. I don't know what people have seen me say or clipped. But I just couldn't not talk about this because this was just the most like this was just a canon moment for me. This was a canon moment. These experiences that I talk about, I never in a million years thought my friends would do this to me. And I can't unsee it now. All right, let me keep going. But I mean, I've interviewed 1,000 people. A good chunk of them did, you know, procreate and date men with felonies. That's not uncommon. So,
Okay,
especially in the black community, if we're going to be honest, that's
well, yeah. Well, and I'm going to
so I don't know why you're pretending to not know what I'm talking about. You can now this is what started the whole fight. Now, it doesn't seem like I'm doing this to insult her or attack her. All I want her to do is be intellectually honest and be like, look, let's say she doesn't know in her personal life black women that date criminals. Are we gonna pretend we're not, like, you didn't see all these rappers with a billion baby mamas that black women love? Really? I mean, I don't really follow the rap scene, but like, we're not gonna talk about what is it, Pooh Shiesty, King Von. And I'm not saying, I'm sure white women dip in there too. That would be very exciting for a white woman. But let's not pretend that's not more common in the black community than the white. It just is. Good old Jazz, that's her whole MO. She does this on every show she's on. Pearl, what's wrong with the blacks? And I just don't like dishonesty. You can gaslight these chimps, but you can't gaslight me.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't think you know anything about the black community, but I will say.
Now look, half this panel thinks this is funny.
About the white community. Oh, it's a lot of white women that find, men who kill other women attractive. Those are the women that were.
True, but I won't gaslight you about it. I won't gaslight. Yeah, and so that's the thing. She says stuff about white women. And white people, we can handle this. I say, you know, they'll say, but Pearl, let's talk about white issues. We can. I talk about conservative Christians all the time that I would say are primarily white. All the time. But, you know, I actually think I'm nicer to black people because I'm honest. All these other white people will lie, but they're thinking the same thing. They see the crackheads on the street. I mean, and are there white crackheads? Yeah, but let's be real about the majority here. I would say that's true.
Racist.
That's true. There are white women that do that.
I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Hold on, real quick. Hey, hold on. I'm gonna say it again. Hold on, real quick, Pearl.
I don't even know why she even brought up the black community.
You can't say that.
Now, mind you, he's not offended here. He only gets offended when the women start nagging him. You're gonna see. He's not offended in the beginning. He's chill.
Until she lands. Like I want you to like. Right now, we got strong personalities on the panel. Please let the person finish and then respond. You can't say the person interrupted you, and while you talking over me while I'm talking, if you already interrupted the person. Let her finish. You the first person that can respond to her, Jazz. You're the first person. Just let her land.
I did let her land.
No, you didn't let her land, Jazz.
Okay. It's fine. Let's start now.
Okay, well, you asked me why I brought it up, the black community, because you're black, so you would know. It's like, I don't, and the whole panel's laughing. Look, I mean, it's a fair assumption. Look, I think that if people assumed I came from a rich white background or a wealthy middle upper class, they would be right. But, you know, is it fair to assume that black people know black people and that they see black culture on TV and in the media? I mean, I think that's a fair assumption. I really do. It's like the same reason you brought up the white community, because I'm white, and she did the same thing. I have eyes, you know.
If you're done, first of all, that's very disrespectful.
It's very disrespectful.
Now, mind you, these two start crashing out. And instead, this is how monsters are made. Because he could option A, check these two, but he doesn't. He won't. They won't. And it's no Ilkin, or I think that's how I say your name. It's no disrespect for you, but I'm just getting tired of men doing this. Like, be a man. And I hate having to be a woman to say that. It's so out of order. But it's just, you know, it's kind of like the dad that always rewards the bratty sisters. It's exhausting. It's exhausting. You just think, could you punish the one that did the wrong thing? No, he was begging me to come on the show.
Hey, friends, we don't need that leaves. Jess can handle it. Let her handle it.
Go ahead.
So like I said, we were talking
next.
Go ahead, Jess. Let Jess finish. Let's go ahead, Jess.
I will. Yeah, go ahead.
Jess,
so like I said, we were speaking about relationships in general. Nobody said anything about black or white until you brought it up. And for what reason, I don't know. It didn't add anything to the conversation. First of all, you're speaking on the nature of women and how we are all naturally attracted to men who are criminals, and then you made a point to say, excuse me, no, that is not the case at all for black women. Now, if you're talking about people that are in poverty, people that live in certain situations and
60%. Now again, it's going to completely derail the conversation because she's going to keep saying, why do you keep talking about black people? It's just like, it's again, this is tone policing. The black men have been arrested by the
Can you stop cutting her off?
One second. Hey, friend, one second. I got you.
You're cutting me off, Ali.
I got you. You're going to have to ask. I got you. You all right?
Bro, my bad.
Right, just make some notes, bro. Let her finish. Go ahead, Jess.
That's my fault.
It's fine. Go ahead, Jess. An interruption.
It's just weird that you would even have to bring up a race of people to even have the conversation, which lets me know that you don't really have information on the conversation. You're just spewing points to try to get a rise out of people because that's all you know. As it pertains to why women choose the women they want or the kind of men that they date, there are so many different reasons for that. You can't equate a person that has a felony to them being a violent criminal. That's not always the case because I agree there are some people that marry men and women that have felonies in their background. That doesn't necessarily mean that they are violent. And then to say that black women are the most prone to violent criminals.
Steal their viewers, guys. Get in their chat. Say get Pearl back.
Within our community, you don't know shit about our community, Pearl. And if we're going to talk about...
And she says I don't know shit about the community. Well, maybe I don't know as much as you, but again, I lived in a...
Shut up, Pearl. You don't know jack shit about the black community. Shut the fuck up.
pretty black area for like 2 years. I mean, I know something. I've been in entertainment for 5. It's a good, I mean...
what's happening if we're going to make
that don't count, Pearl.
Let's figure out what's going on in these white communities, in these white homes, when you all are raising all the mass shooters, y'all raising kids.
Damn, I need to get some water.
Other kids, y'all going
I'll be right back,
spaces,
y'all.
And I'm sure you're going to talk about black on black crime or whatever, but we can debunk all of that because that's through proximity. The point is that you didn't have to make it about black or white. Keep it general because it's very disrespectful for you to try to pigeonhole black women when you don't know any of us at all to make that assumption that that's what we are prone to. None of these women on this stage, myself, Tyranny, or even Athena, are dating any man that is of a criminal or that are violent. So watch what you say up here. You got a really smart mouth, and if you're going to have a conversation, try to be respectful. And all this trying to get me to hurry up, I'm going to take my motherfucking time.
Oh my God, can we get
Hey, that was she has the hey, friends, we don't need it. When she lands, bro. We'll have all the chance to reply. Everybody going to be quiet. Go ahead. You done, Jess?
Yeah, I'm done. I don't understand why that was accepted. Like that was.
Wait. 1 second. 1 second.
Okay.
We shouldn't accept what she said.
To say that you should know as a black woman because you all date criminals when
So
Jess,
1 second. So this is my opinion, Jess, and correct me if I'm wrong. She punched you in the face. You have the right to punch her back.
Imagine the ratio of vowels to consonants in this queen's name. Oh my God.
Right? Is that fair? If you felt that she punched you in the face, I have an opinion about this that I'm going to say later, right? But we are letting you defend yourself. We're not. You're going to have the chance to land your plane, and Pearl is going to have the chance to actually rebuttal what you said. Do you think that's fair? Do you what do you want to do? Can we go on? I was going to make sure so everybody knows where we at.
We can move on. I can see.
Okay, go ahead.
Now, mind you, this could be a weekly thing. How funny would it be to watch me do these type of debates once a week? Imagine this could be such a great show. You guys see the vision here?
You so full.
I give these YouTubers so much opportunity.
Pearl, and then we go back to the panel.
Okay, so you can tone police the simps and women that respond to shame, but you're not going to tone police me. So, anyways, going back to the stats, the reason that I said that was two reasons. The first is that I interviewed 1,000 people. A good chunk of them were black women, and I just noticed that they had a propensity more likely than other races to date criminals. It's not really an insult. As I could go into details about the types of men white women tend to date that are irresponsible. I've just noticed different trends in different communities, and it's kind of backed up by data because 60% of black men have been arrested by the age of 25. So like if your dating pool is black guys, 6 out of 10 are going to have been arrested. Why would I not think that it's more, why would I not, wouldn't that be a logical conclusion that she knows a black guy that's been arrested? Yeah, they said your blood pressure would go to unhealthy levels. I don't know, once every other week. It seems low. Yeah, I know, they're not even arresting the black guys now, you know. You know, it's not to be rude, but I think it's more common in that community than it is other communities. In terms of mass shooters, I think you said white people are the majority of mass shooters. I would say that's true. And I wouldn't crash out on you for saying that. So, again, if you want to get offended, that is a choice, and that is your choice, and you have the right to do that. So
I want to touch on these, and then I want CJ and Rick the Ruler to pull up, and the rest of the panel. Okay, Tyranny, I see you too. So, coming from a world citizen, right? Because I live in Portugal right now. It's 2 a.m. And Pearl was in the UK for a while too. This is not a black woman thing. If you go to Japan, all those women love the Yakuza until they get older. If you go to Brazil, all the...
Hey, who really cares what this guy has to say? Let me skip a little bit.
Big black woman in any...
Oh, my God. It's just not entertaining. I need better from you. Okay.
If y'all... Like, the conversation became racial, it was Pearl that actually did it, okay?
No,
and we are trying to figure out... One second. We are trying to figure out if this is based...
It became racial. So what? And again, mind you, this is me with the prerequisite of thinking the topic is going to be black fatigue. I came in prepared.
On stats or not, the fucking cousins, the fucking dogs, you can statistically prove that shit. Okay? All right, so if you're going to do DJ, what is the percentage of black men that are convicted of a crime? Not arrested, convicted of a crime. Before.
Now they try to like push it like the white people are just out arresting black people for no reason. White people were done with this, you know.
I think
I didn't look up the convicted stat. I just looked it up. Black men are arrested by age 25. Not most, but 49% of them are. So
okay, but that's irrelevant because arrest records.
Bullshit.
We need the convictions because you're not become a criminal because you were arrested. You become a criminal.
What CJ just said is grade A horse shit. You know what? Let me Google it. I'm gonna have to go and Google it because there's some fuck shit. How many people who are black men get locked up by the age of 25? What is the percentage?
Around.
The percentage, and this is according to Google, So CJ and Pearl are wrong. I don't know if y'all can see that. Notice the percentage. The percentage. Wait a minute. Oh crap, hold on. Let me show this. Notice the percentage says 12. Not no 50, not no 60. So CJ and Pearl, you're wrong. But even 12% is too effing much. Let's get back into it. Cause now I'm gonna be doing some fact checking.
33% of black people have felonies.
Oh, what's the percentage?
Well, oh, you know what, Pearl? I'm gonna have fun with you, darling. What percentage of black people have felonies?
According to PubMed Central, NIH, we estimate that 3% of the total U.S. adult population and 15% of the African American adult male population has ever been to prison. People with felony convictions account for 8% of all adults and 33% of the African American adult male population.
Okay. Again, that was Google. Let's go back to what Pearl's guys say.
Approximately 33% of African American adult males have a felony record, which includes those who have been convicted of crimes.
Okay, never mind. That's the
I have to
female
dive in
lady.
deeper to find like what age group, but her stats were correct about arrest. And that might be something that people use, like, again, inflammatory statements, obviously, for content purposes. But yeah, it is 33% of adult males. So
I really wanted to say something else. So women want to control the uncontrollable, but they're gonna shit test you to see are you really uncontrollable.
This poor guy had been waiting all night. This poor guy.
If they get that control over you, they'll say this ain't the nigga I thought he was.
To be honest, I don't give two flying fucks what CJ guys say.
He is controllable, right? So that's kind of why they like chaos.
We should have said that's why they like criminals, because even the law can't control them.
So once they get there, they're kind of miserable in the fact that they like the uncontrollable. So they don't like being on either side of the fence. They don't like the fact that they like the uncontrollable. But then they try to wrestle the controller from you to see if you're uncontrollable. It's a weird dynamic. And Pearl is not wrong. Most black women are more attracted to, they have a...
And this right here is when CJ start cooning. Let me see if I can find that banjo sound. Hold on, y'all. Sounds of a banjo playing.
Sounds of a banjo playing.
Give me a minute. This is the only sound I hear.
Have you ever wanted to learn to play the banjo? Let me show you your first banjo rolls. Let's get to it. All right, y'all. You're going to start off by hitting the third string right here, and then you're going to do a pinch on the first and the fifth string. They'll sound like this.
Yeah, that didn't help. Oh, well.
Women are more attracted to, they have a higher propensity to be attracted to those men. I don't know why y'all gotta...
It says Spirit Airlines enters the chat. Yeah, I do. I fly Frontier, and I know what you're talking about.
And they expect black power. That's where this racist shit come from. Like I told y'all before, it's the black women that want us to get us into this space.
You cool later.
Can I finish?
You cool later.
Black women that want us
Now, mind you, like, think about this. She
Talk
just called.
about
I
it.
don't even want to say it because I just feel like that's so disrespectful. These guys end up crashing out on me, and all I did was bring up the stat, and she called the black guy the coon.
Well, that's because CJ is a
Standards.
coon.
This is bullshit.
That's because CJ is a coon, you racist white demon. CJ gonna try to be a good old little nigga for master. Oh yes, he is.
Hold on,
This is how the monsters are created, okay?
let him land.
No, it's fine. We control. Hey, Tyranny, don't mute yourself. You can mute. Go ahead.
So yeah, I think they want to get us into a war that we can't win, so they can go and be with the white man, and that's a different topic. But sorry.
The black women want to be in a war against. I'm gonna ask about that later, so they can. Okay. So white guys are not going to take black women, and that's going to be. I'll get into that later, but white guys are the least. Black women are too fat. I mean, I'm just being honest. Like, white guys are not going to do that. Maybe for like a one time if nobody knows. But I'm telling you, I used to be big. Like, I was like 40 pounds heavier. And white guys weren't really checking for me like that. And black women were fat, probably a high.
The reason why white guys weren't checking for you, Pearl, because you built like a man. And that's why white boys weren't checking for you. Or any man for that matter. You built like a man. And you look like one too.
Body fat percentage, most of them, than I did. So it's like.
Tyranny, you have a chance to reply, and then I'll get the best of the people that they haven't talked, especially Big Greek, right? What did CJ say that was wrong? It's a battle of ideas. 1 second, Tyranny. Remember, this is the battle of ideas. You have uninterrupted time to prove CJ that what he said is wrong. No name calling for now. Later we can do it. Let's prove CJ wrong. Why is he wrong that most black women are attracted to this type of man?
Pearl, no, we're not.
That's not even what he said. He said they have a propensity. Like, they're more likely to be. Most probably are. Let's just keep it a buck. I mean, when I was in London, every other girl's ex was a rapper. That's black. They would call them roadmen. I'm like, because they'll say it's just an American black woman problem. I'm like, that is not true. I lived in London. It was the same there.
Attracted to them. Their men want us. That's why they really hate us. Because they can't.
There was another.
Wait. Hold on. Let me replay that.
Sorry.
Tyranny, you have a chance to reply, and then I'll get the best of the people that they haven't talked, especially Big Greek, right? What did CJ say that was wrong? It's a battle of ideas. 1 second, Tyranny. Remember, this is the battle of ideas. You have uninterrupted time to prove CJ that what he said is wrong. No name calling for now. Later we can do it. Let's prove CJ wrong. Why is he wrong that most black women are attracted to this type of man?
Perfect.
Pearl, we're not attracted to them. Their men want us. That's why they really hate us. Because they can't.
There was another question.
Perfect.
Okay, so our men want black women. And look at black women, if you're watching the show, I'm just going to be real honest with you. No other white people are going to tell you this. 54% of black women are obese. That's really bad.
Let me fact check Pearl, because so far Pearl has not been totally right. What is the percentage of black women who are obese?
According to PubMed Central, NIH, approximately 60% of black women are considered obese based on a body mass index is greater than or equal to 30 kilogram per square meter, and black women are 70% more likely to be obese as compared to non.
Okay, Pearl actually got one. Okay. She actually got a statistic right. Like I give a damn.
4% of black women are obese. That's really bad. Black women are 7% of the population, 39% of the abortions. That's pretty bad. When it comes to herpes, about half of black women literally have herpes.
Nope.
And
That percentage is
doesn't include
34%.
gonorrhea, HIV, like that doesn't include. But I know white guys that think about this stuff. They don't bang black women because they don't want to catch anything. Like they might see a black girl that's a baddie, but they don't know. Like obviously, if they're banging the criminals aren't responsible people. Like, do you think he's gonna wrap it up when he doesn't care about the law? Like, yeah,
You know what?
like, I'm,
You know what? Let me skip on.
But Pearl, the thing is, we are not being emotional because let me give you an example of 1 second, please. 1 second, please.
I'm gonna get. He says we're not emotional, then he starts yelling. I'm gonna bounce.
No, it's fine. Let me tell you one thing, Pearl, before you go, Pearl.
I'll go.
So, hey, please, 1 second. So that's the thing, right, Pearl?
And of course, she rage
That
quits.
you are playing, I would say, you know about these things because you are the one that dated the black bum, a black homeless man, right? I know your story.
God forbid I help.
Right, and he's not black woman that are just addicted to black bums. You are addicted to a black bum because that was the person that you actually dated for a bunch of years, right?
God
So
forbid I help the homeless.
no, he was not homeless.
No, he actually wasn't, but that's what everyone says.
He was sleeping on your house.
No, it's not the full. I mean, it doesn't matter, but
Yes, but my point is this, Pearl. We're treating you with respect. You can definitely touch on race. We can literally do shows about race. Put
and then he crashes out.
the table to you, and you can do whatever you want. But if we are going to try to either get a clip of
My poor ex. He was a nice guy too. He was a nice guy. He was not actually. Poor guy. He just gets dragged in. Maybe herpes is caused by hair dyes and straighteners.
full moments or something like that, we know more about you than you know about us. So if you want to go there, we can go there. I take my gloves off and we can do whatever we want. And if nobody can be offended because of black this and black that, you are going to talk about the time where you were fucking a black homeless man, a fat motherfucker that you were having in your house, right?
Fatty, you're fat too.
Big deal.
It's like you. Oh my God.
Absolutely. You have no titties and no ass. You are mad at me because
I'd say that's true. I'm just flat as a board. That's white women are. It just is what it is, you know. And they just.
More titties than you.
And again, this is where I'm going back to.
That's why you're mad, right?
We could go back.
That's why you're mad, right? Because I have more titties than you.
So again, I thought we were adults so that we could talk about.
Oh, we are definitely adults. Let me ask you something. What do you think about black fatigue?
All right, so I do appreciate you guys having me on. I really do.
Can you say what you think about black fatigue? Can you say what you think about black fatigue before you go?
I really did want to do this, but apparently we can't do the facts, data, and statistics. Thank you guys so much for having me on. If you want to do my channel, it's just
Girl, if we came on your show and started talking about white men,
I should have. Then I decided just to stream. So, anyways, this is just another example. I give a black person an opportunity. I say, hey, if you can just manage this panel, I'll come on once a week. We could do this week.
Opportunity. Oh, the privilege and the entitlement. My Lord.
Do you know what that would do for the numbers, the views? And I just, this is like an over and over again thing. I don't know why I keep doing it. It's like racism probably would benefit me. Like, all right, so I did invite a few of the panelists that didn't crash out to speak their piece. So I'm going to bring up Doug MPA and CJ. Doug MPA is our moderator, and he co-hosts at times. And we're going to bring them both up to,
and look at this raccoon.
Oh, my goodness.
And look at him cheesing. Get them butter biscuits, boy. Yes, sir. Yes, master. I'm gonna be a good old little nickel for master. That's you, CJ. Look at you, cheesing.
Hey CJ, how's it going?
Cheesing. And don't even realize that you're the white woman's bitch. I said what I said. You is nothing more than a white woman's bitch.
But
What's going on? What's going on?
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
how's it go? How's it going, Doug MPA?
Man,
And this Duck MPA is another raccoon.
you, you know how it is on the streets. Let me tell you guys, like, here's the thing. I hate the fact that Ilkan Ali works with Fatty. He's in Portugal. What the hell does he have to say about Black America, period? Like, how did he get here? How? Who let him in? I don't get it. Like, Fatty is, this isn't Pearl's opinion, this isn't CJ's, this is mine. Fatty can't speak on Black America at all. Pearl has more of an ability to speak on Black America than Fatty, because
Bullshit. I'm sorry. Yes, Fatty is in Portugal. However, he can relate to the struggles of people here in America. Because I think Fatty did stay in America, but I'm not sure where at he stayed in America. I'm not too sure.
she's American? Who goes on his panels? Why? And then Pearl has 2 million subs. She's the biggest person on there. They're interrupting her, not letting her speak. And then Jazz is an absolute.
So let me get it straight. You wanted the whole panel to coon out to Pearl. Is that what you're telling me? You wanted the panel to brown to Pearl. Is that what you're telling me? Bro, you can go fuck yourself.
Demon. She's a demon. She's what's wrong with Black America.
And then you're gonna talk SHIT about Black America. Nigga, fuck you.
I've dealt with women like Jazz my entire life. Jazz is a penultimate example of what's wrong with American Black women. I say it on my channel, I'll say it here, this is not Pearl's view. American Black women are the scum of the earth. No men have worse women to...
Brother, you can go fuck yourself. Now, are Black women problematic at times? Yes. But for you to outright demonize them makes you a fucking raccoon. You sitting there putting all Black women in the same box. Not all Black women are BICTHs. Like you basically just said. Now, you, sir, are most definitely a coon-ass nigga. And I meant what I said, you coon-ass nigga.
Worse women to pick from than American Black women, than American Black men. 80% of Black women, maybe 20% are decent, but 80% of Black women, you could Thanos snap them out of here. Like the freaking Infinity War. And no one would notice, and the ones who did notice wouldn't care. Now you may be saying, oh, Doug MPA.
And look at CJ Raccoon. And look at CJ being the bitch ass raccoon.
Oh, Doug MPA, what about your mom?
Bitch
Your
ass
mom's black.
nigga.
You know what? F her too. How about that?
Oh my God. My guy is tripping.
Raccoon.
You know what? F her too.
Doug MPA, we invited CJ.
The level of raccoonery. My goodness, man. The level of raccoonery.
Okay, so
Oh, sorry, I'm done.
alright, so I'm gonna start off by saying Fatty and Ilkan are my boys, feel me? So I love them boys over there. Those are my guys. And
First off, if you loved him so much, why did you raccoon to Pearl? If you loved him so much, CJ, you pussy popping raccoon.
I don't know who the fuck the misfits are, so don't even act like I do not. But okay, so I agree with most of what you were saying, Pearly. I think that women are convincing us what to be offended by. So I have a new little premise that we are around each other so much. I think we are becoming more like them, and they might be becoming more like us. You know, so they're teaching us what to be, who to be. They're getting us to bow down to them like we're the women in these relationships, and they're the men.
Wow, that's a really good point. That's really
so if you're around somebody, if you're around somebody,
There you go, CJ. Get your butter biscuits from good old master. Enjoy that butter biscuit.
sorry, go ahead.
What'd you say about they want to start a war between black men and white men so they can date the white men?
Oh yeah.
Can you expand on that?
Was that what you were saying, or did you?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Let me tell them, like, all right, so I got that from my boy Tommy. I don't know if y'all know Tommy Sotomayor is.
Oh yeah, oh gee, that's dope.
That's one of his points. So I believe that he's right. I think black women are trying to start a war because they really want white men. That's why they put all that weave in their hair and they want to be white. It's the white women. That's why they talk so much crazy stuff about white women. And what else? Yeah, they're trying to start a war so they can get with white men. But white men don't want them. Like you said, they don't want them. They obese. They got a lot of bad stats. That's not on their side. That's why women, especially black women, hate stats.
Nigga, shut your bitch ass up. Saying the most asinine bullshit. Shut your weak ass up.
Women really hate stats in general. They don't like logic. They don't like stats because you can't manipulate when you use stats and logic. So women don't like those things.
See what?
And turn on the AC now. That's the name of my channel, Billy. So go follow your boys. It's me and my boy.
Oh, what up, Cree Cree?
Go subscribe to his channel. How many subscribers do you have?
Oh, we don't got that many.
No, I'm saying we could.
Hold on. Cree Cree. I have been dragging on and off for 2.5 hours. And at the rate I'm going, I may be dragging for another hour. I have been dragging nonstop for 2.5 hours. I ain't never had to drag somebody this long.
Just subscribe to his channel. How many subscribers do you have?
No, we don't got that many.
No, I'm saying we could see how many we could get him to stream.
Okay, we got 239 right now.
239. Guys, can we get him to 300 this stream?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the chat.
Yeah, let's put it in the chat.
You know, screw it. I'm just gonna say it. Anything for clout. Anything for clout. Nigga, shut your mouth. Anything for clout. Not only is CJ raccooning, he basically did this for clout. And it's pathetic that he did this for clout. Pathetic.
Well, if you want to host a panel show once a week, there's an opportunity that's opened up.
Absolutely pathetic.
Yeah. Okay, so what did you think about what like the original point was? Are you from like a black area?
I'm from Inglewood, California. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see if Fatty updated anything.
Did you see black women dating criminals, or was that just completely out of bounds?
Like I said on the show, I agree with your point. that black women, I think women in general have a propensity to date like more violent people, but I think black women have a higher propensity. I think they do it
Damn, ain't put that one
more
there on.
often. I don't know. Yeah, so I think so. You're right.
Damn, he put that one on
Because I was
members.
just thinking, it wasn't really to
Yeah.
make it racial, but I just didn't like that she's pretending she didn't know. When I'm like,
Gaslighting.
that's what. I just didn't like that she's pretending she didn't know. When I'm like,
Gaslighting.
that's what was annoying me. I was like, well, one, I thought the topic was black fatigue. That is what the guy told me. So that's what I think we talk about. Maybe the title did something else, but I'm like. But the second thing, I'm like, in the DMs, you said black fatigue. You said we could do that. So I'm like,
Okay,
what?
they ain't up
But then the
there
second
yet.
thing, the only reason I brought it up was I didn't like her pretending she didn't know. And I'm like, come on.
Oh yeah, Jazz. I don't know if you know Jazz. You know.
No, I don't know her, but I'm like, you have a criminal in your past. You've dated one. I just don't believe it.
So she's been making her rounds on YouTube. I don't know if you watch some of the shows on YouTube, but she's been making her rounds, and she's definitely a feminist. I think she hates men, and you know how women project how they feel onto men. So she would say that men hate women because that's how they. That's
Wait a minute. I know they ain't about to talk about Pearl. Sorry, I had to stop it for a second. Truth Over Lies is about to talk about Pearl. And me personally, I'm giving me a front row seat to that chat. Let's continue.
how she feel about men. And that's how most women do. So these feminists, they talk about you hate women. We try to correct women. They always talk about how we hate them. It's just projection because most women hate men or don't like men.
Yeah.
And so I have what I call the feminist conundrum. The feminist conundrum is you want a man, but you hate men. So how are you going to figure that out? And then you don't want a man to approach because men are creepy and all this stuff, but then women won't approach, court or marry a man. So now we're just staring at each other.
The other thing too, I think most black men would prefer to marry a black woman. It's just like the stats I was talking about. Like when I've dated interracially, most of the guys said they like would have preferred to be with a black woman, but it's like they just kept fumbling. And so they're like, I gotta go elsewhere. Marvel at the top shelf, white athletes marrying black women. Yeah, it doesn't exist. Like it doesn't exist.
Hey, Travis Kelce almost married that woman.
Oh yeah, Cree, you're gonna have to watch the first 40 minutes. Cause I was snapping in the first 40 minutes.
Yeah, she fumbled. Like she could have. That's what I mean. And that's not like, because there are white guys that have that like, I don't want to say fetish, but like that's their thing, you know. But again, it's just the obesity. Like that's the big.
Here's one of the things with black women that they don't understand. A man will smash a black woman, but like a man has to think about his kids. Okay, like you want to have a black wife and a half black child, right? See, if a black guy marries a white woman, he's black and his kids are still black. But you're a white guy and you have a black wife, your kid is black, but you're white.
Yeah. And it's
a lot of black guys are like, it's just not gonna happen.
Yeah, it's more important to dads that the kids look like them, I think, than like the moms. I think the dads care more about that.
Yeah, not that big. Sorry.
What?
No, I'm
That's
sorry.
men, period, though. Like, men of all races, you know, white guys want their kids to look like them, Asian guys want their kids to look like them. So it's not just a white guy with a black woman thing. It's just men, period. Go ahead, TJ, I'm sorry.
So to both of your points, yes, most men want their kids to look like them. Most men want to date the women that's related to them or attached to them, their race. But most men still like beauty. So like to Pearl's point, if these women weren't so obese and overweight, they would still have a better chance to get with white men. But they don't want to lose the weight. They don't want to follow any kind of. They don't want to do anything to get the man that they want.
And a lot of black women, there's like. Again, there's going to be a market of white guys that are looking for. If you want to go for the white guys, all you got to do is be thin. That's like half the battle. Because there are white guys that if you have 10 people from every race, there's going to be one that has like a thing for either Asian, black, whatever it is. And I'm like, you just got to find him and be thin. But you just can't.
I would argue that it's never been easier for a black woman to be attractive. All you have to do is have a single-digit dress size, right? And take that disgusting blonde weave off your head, and you're good to go. Oh, no tattoos and no septum piercing, and you're in the
mind the tattoos. They don't even mind the tattoos like that.
No, that's the men are forgiving the tattoos now.
They don't mind tattoos. Most men don't mind tattoos like that. They don't want them all over the place. Couple tattoos, maybe.
I was at my dentist office the other day, and this really pretty light-skinned girl was a dental assistant, and she had a big, the treble, the music treble, on the side of her neck. Oh, I was like, bro, come on. It's going on.
Yeah, and I just couldn't believe the one girl called you that.
Oh my goodness! Call me a coon, bro.
That's because you is a coon. CJ, that's because you is a coon, you bitch ass nigga.
And they like hand wave it. They're like, oh, just don't interrupt. And I say black women have herpes. And they're like, bro, why are you being antagonistic? I'm like, this girl called him a coon.
So the shame must be on their side, for sure. That's when they're attached. The shame must be on their side.
Shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right.
Correct. So that was one of her shaming tactics, but I don't fall for that. I'm too good at this. Feel me, Curly? And we at 255 just to update y'all. Feel me? So appreciate y'all.
Yeah, keep going over to his channel and subscribe to you guys. Let's try to get it up to 300.
Yeah.
I'm putting the channel in the chat. Please go there and subscribe, please.
And we appreciate.
Oh yeah, Ilkon's in the chat. If you're gonna bring him up.
Yeah, I
send it to
can.
him on Instagram.
I'll send it.
She will send you the link on IG. Guys, make sure to like the channel. If you like the video, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Hit that super chat button. All super chats go towards the divorce documentary. So hit that super chat button. We really appreciate it. And go over to CJ's channel and subscribe. Let's get him over to 300.
Is that his real? Was that his real page?
Okay. Yeah, that's really
Okay. I was like, sometimes people pretend to be people, so I was like, let me just make sure.
Okay, let me fast forward through this.
But yeah, follow me. Turn on the AC.
Raccoon. Whatever, Raccoon.
You want to have a conversation where there's not an echo chamber, which Pearl asked us not to have a echo chamber. We hate echo chambers too. Why would you kick off the person who's going against what you're saying so we have an actual conversation?
Because you can't have a conversation when someone's monologuing for 10 minutes. You can't do it. And so, no, I didn't even think this guy was disrespectful, but I'm like, we're never going to get to the point. He doesn't land planes. Like, in a good debate, you got to go back and forth. Like, I just have a good knack for this. I did 6 shows with 10 people on it, 6 days a week for a year, and 2 years at 4 days a week. There's nobody that's done more panels than me. No, and I just said, like, if I'm giving you 3 hours of my time, which I don't have to give you,
arrogance.
I'm giving you advice on how to do it. I would just
the arrogance of Pearl. Oh, this pisses me off. There are people at 100K, Pearl, who's getting more views than you. Your content really ain't all that damn good. It ain't. Your content is not good.
Mention 50 cents. Somebody asked mention 50 cents. Somebody asked her
to give you. And I'm giving you advice on how to do it.
Okay, I'm back.
I would
Good.
just take it if I were you.
Here's the thing about white privilege. White privilege has a habit of making white people arrogant as fucking shit. The level of arrogance that Pearl is having is fucking disgusting.
No. Yeah, one person filibustering.
You literally was saying he's out of bounds. It wasn't about him monologuing. It was you saying he's out of bounds and he got on your nerves and you wanted to kick him. That's what happened. But the person the people who get on our nerves to make the content is the people we're not trying to kick off unless
It's totally fine if you want to have non-entertaining panels. It's totally fine, and that's just my opinion on it.
I say this, so
It's like if you want to do it when he's monologuing 10 minutes, that's fine. You can do it on your show.
One more thing.
It's Fatty's show, you dumb bitch. If Fatty wants to talk, which, to be honest, Fatty does talk too damn much. I ain't gonna lie. If Fatty wants to give a 5-minute rebuttal, he should be able to give a 5-minute rebuttal because it's his MFing show. If you don't like the way that Fatty's running the show, move the fuck on. Lord.
He's monologuing 10 minutes. That's fine. You can do it on your show.
One more thing.
I'm just gonna leave.
One more thing.
Well,
That was his
leave,
first
bitch.
time ever on a panel. He doesn't even know the way you're supposed to behave on a panel. That was his very first time. So it was just a perfect storm. That was the very first time he's ever been on the panel on YouTube. He monologues on. He has a show.
When I was a new YouTuber, I would never have gone on a panel and overtalked everybody. I just wouldn't do it. I would not do it.
Pearl was on Kevin Samuels.
Oh, never mind. He talking about that old time. Well, not really old time, but the Gen X dude. Okay, I thought she was talking about Fatty.
So
I would not. I was very timid. I would never go on a panel with 10 people as a new YouTuber. I just wouldn't.
So I would say they'll kind of, I think Fatty are great at running channels. I kind of agree with Pearl that the monologues are a little long-winded.
Yeah, get your butter biscuits, boy.
And I
Get your butter biscuits, boy.
I agree with Pearl too. It's his first time. We don't like Pearl. We don't like monologues either. We have buttons for that. But that was his first time. When I talked to you, I got on the phone with him because of what you asked as well too. I explained him how panels work. He didn't do it again. What you say? Oh, it's great now. Let's keep going. So I was trying to do my best to make sure the show runs right, and I make sure I keep my end of the bargain as well too, and to show that we respect you as well, and not to waste your time when you come there. But if we're gonna respect the I'm not ever gonna come on your platform and start going like it's one thing to have a conversation with white men, but if we come on the panels, black women, nothing but black women, black men, or black women and black men, and we come on your panel and I start talking about white men, I wouldn't understand if they, hey man, why this man just come in here talking about race all of a sudden? It went left.
Talk about Ali.
I just disagree with you. I think that black people get too offended by this stuff, and I think that's why white people don't work with you guys.
And look at CJ.
I think you missed.
And look at CJ and this Erdo dude raccoon. It is the raccoonery for me.
I think black people miss a lot of opportunities because this is a headache to me. I'm like, okay, you guys can't have this conversation. I'll just leave. I don't care.
And you know what the bad thing about you know how you still making it about race? We literally run political conversation, religious conversations, and we have all those conversations.
Fats Ali. Okay, good. We back.
But he's over talking me. Okay.
It's a thing. Go ahead. You can finish though.
No, let me say something real fast.
Go ahead.
The problem is women like Jazz, they want white people to sit there and be quiet because almost every single panel that Pearl has been on, she's been expected to. Well, those days are over. Black fatigue is real. If you bring up an established person who's done the work on YouTube, who's grinded out here on your show, they're gonna speak up for themselves.
Come on, Dougie boy. Get your butter biscuits. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll be a good little nickel for master. Yes, sir. Looking ass.
Okay? Pearl has the right. She's done all the work. She's grinded up to 2 million subs. She can say what she wants to say.
And I guarantee you that half of her subs are bots. Cause how you could have 2 million subs and barely averaging 20,000 views at 2 million subs? when there's people at 110K averaging 55,000 views per video? Make it make sense.
Anyone can on that panel. It's her. She's done the work. But the expectation is because she's white and she was privileged and all this stuff that she's supposed to sit there and take it from women like Jazz. No. Tyranny, no. Jazz, no. Those days are over. We're tired of it. People are tired of black women sitting there
Can I reply to this?
squawking like vultures. We're tired of it.
So I would disagree with that point.
Raccoon's gonna raccoon. Raccoon's gonna raccoon.
But for you to say that she has the right to say anything because she has the numbers is definitely wrong, my brother.
It has to be tactful. I understand that. But once again, you can't, the expectation is for a girl like Pearl to just sit there and take it. What I'm saying is, Pearl has couth. She has tact. She's intelligent.
Pretty good.
She's not going to say anything out of pocket. But you can come at her the wrong way, too. Too many of us, especially too many of our women, see a white girl and she can't say certain things, and she can't do certain things. She deserves a modicum of respect, and Pearl is going to give what she gets. That's it.
And mind you, black people say this stuff about white people all the time. My entire life, black people have said out of pocket things to white people. When I did my show, I mean, the first thing that black women say to me is, "You're a privileged white girl."
And you are a privileged white girl. Now what?
And again, and I didn't say anything. I didn't insult them. I didn't say anything mean. You know, it was really just.
I'll be right back,
She was
y'all.
pretending she didn't know that women like criminals when 6 out of 10 black men have been arrested by the age of 25. I don't like going into bad faith. I don't like you pretending you don't know about something. With the culture on TV, like, you know what I'm talking about. And the only reason that I brought up the herpes stat was because she said that she brought up the race, the interaction with the second girl. It was the first. She said that black men,
white men want black women.
Yeah, and I'm just like, that's not true, because I know white guys. I know white guys that will not. And if you let me actually finish instead of crashing out, I would have explained this. It is a genuine concern from white men catching STDs from black women. I swear this is a thing, because half of them have herpes. They have really high gonorrhea stats, really high HIV stats. White men, this is a concern for white guys. And this is a reason.
She said, so that's equivalent. That's warranted. If a black woman says that white men like black women, that's matched with black women. 50% of black women have herpes.
That's true.
That's justified.
That's true. It's an explanation. Yes.
You said she became racial. You said she became racial, right?
Mm-hmm.
If she said that white men like black women, that warrants saying that 50% of black, well, just out the blue, like what's the point of saying black women?
Is it true?
Oh, of course, it's true. We use that stat. I'm asking if you weren't trying to make it racial.
You can say it, but I can't say it.
No, it's not. It's when it's said. You said that after she said white men want black women. How is that equivalent? How does it warrant for you to go, oh, well, black women got 50% of black women.
I gotta be honest. The way you're talking, it's just like a woman, because you're tone policing. Like, men care about information, women care about how it's said. So when you're saying, oh, you're saying it this way or saying it that way, that's like a female thing. Because if you go into male locker rooms, no one's tone policing and saying you can't say this. You are, but you could pretend you're not. You know, it's fine.
No. So if you said, hey, black men.
Get a white guy. She's big.
If I said white women like black men, and I say, oh, all white people are racist. Like, is that equivalent? Does that match?
No, because the facts, data, and statistics, and also real life experience don't match up with that.
Right.
Because white people actually give black people opportunities all the time. So there's no evidence.
Pearl, what does that have to do when she said that white men want black women? What does that have to do with sex?
It's very
herpes.
Well, how else you have to.
You just said that doesn't match. Does that match? Okay.
Are you gonna go? All right. So you do have to, in order to get marriage and kids, you do have to have sex. I don't know if you know that. So the herpes would be relevant, because in order for the black men or the black women to get the white men, I don't know why I'm explaining this. You know, it's relevant.
No, I think sometimes you're very informed about things you speak about, and then there's times you blatantly make things about race. You do that, and you say things that don't match up. But you are very informed. I can give you that. Then I will give you your plight. I will give you your respects. I will give support in the things that you say, and you can be a much and he might step in anyway. You can be a much better content creator and bringing people together as well too. But for some reason, Pearl, you like doing that when it's convenient. And Andrew does the same thing too. Andrew's a very smart guy as well too. When he feels convenient, he'll do that. When he did the debate with Coach Greg Adams, he didn't really make it racial like that because he knows how to control himself. But a lot of times when he gets in spaces with people, you do it as well too. You'll find a way to bring race into it just because.
I do respect. I do understand your opinion. I just don't respect that you know how to do this better than me. I'm just being honest here.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
I just don't think you're qualified to give me advice on how to do this.
Tell me how. Why? Because you got more viewers than me?
Because of your results.
What's the results? I just thought I'm been on this for 2-3 years. I haven't even went consistent every single day. So how can you? Why would you do this better than me? You have how many people you have watching right
now? Okay.
How many people you have watching right now live?
Okay. So again, we can go back and forth as a view off or whatever.
You got that in.
You can do as you wish.
You did that, Pearl, not me.
Okay, this is a crash.
Okay. Who asked who to be on this panel?
Well, I'm gonna mute you. I'm gonna mute you to crash out. Yeah, I love, this is why I love it here. So, I'm just gonna put this here. I think this is really demonstrating why white people at times do not give opportunities to black people, because you guys just make it a lot more difficult to work with you. And that's me being really honest. That's me. And I would say this is just increasing the difficulty. And then I would just say, you know what? We just won't do it again. It's fine. It's totally fine. Yeah. You can keep going. Well, you can keep doing your stuff.
When a white American has to work with a black American and he asking them to be honest and righteous, it becomes a problem. When we're asking you to just go treat people respectfully, then that becomes a problem. It sounds like a white man.
I was actually very respectful. I did not call anybody a coon on the panel. Somebody else did that, and you did allow them. But you're right. Maybe I was the problem for mentioning half of black women have herpes, even though it's true.
You deal with jazz all day.
I don't know.
Like, Pearl crazy. This is insanity. Bro.
And again, this is me. I'm really trying to be nice about this, but
Okay, I'm back,
I think
y'all.
that's it. We just won't do it again. It's okay. So, yeah. I wish you luck, and have fun with your next one. All right.
Yeah, I've been going visit Fatty in Portugal.
All right. Actually, that was very demonstrating of all the concepts I talked about. Sorry.
Guys, I'm going to say this right now.
CJ, I think you're muted. I don't know how. It's not on my end.
I know, you're right. It was mine. It's been a great show. Like I said, I agree with you on a lot of the part that you said.
Man, get your raccoon ass out here, boy.
I'm hungry. I'm going to go get some food. I hope I'm invited again, and I hope y'all come.
CJ, shut the fuck up and eat your butter biscuits. You punk ass bitch.
Our show one of these days, and it's been fun, man. It's been kind of. Y'all know, Booby, I gotta play the pitch. I can't lean too far on either side right now, so I'm
understand. Thanks.
I'm gonna
say. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say. I started supporting Pearl when she had like 15,000 subs. Guys, I've been here the whole
Man, get
time.
your coon ass out here too, you dick sucking motherfucker.
Behind the scenes, cheering her on, wishing for her success. Pearl has done the work to get to where she is now.
Whoop-de-doo, motherfucker.
Demonetized her. They tried to cancel her, and she's still here, and she's still thriving. And I'll be danged if some dude that has 4,000 subs is going to come at Pearl crazy. Is he insane?
I know. And I'm not even one to play the clout card, but
I'll do it for you.
Freaking A. Because, do you know what I mean? All he had to do was just say, this was a misunderstanding, let's try again. Do you know what's so crazy? I'm such a forgiving gal. Like, if you just came on and say, do you know what? But I'm not going to be gaslit on my own show. If you're offended by I didn't make black women get herpes.
and guys, I put in the chat, put a 1 if you think it's harder for Pearl to deal with modern women being a woman, or me for dealing with black people while being black. What do you think?
Yeah, we talk about this.
You know
a lot.
what?
Like who?
I was gonna go for another 10 minutes, but here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna end this here, and I'm gonna try my best to join the Truth Over Lies panel, which they're supposed to be coming on at 6. Give me something to drink and eat, and I'll see y'all over there. Whew. Now, I apologize for the way I went off today, but I hope y'all can understand why I went slapped the hell off the way I did. But if you are a black person and you didn't go off on Pearl, you are a part of the problem. And I'll say this one more time. To Hannah Pearl Davis, fuck you. We out. Like, share, subscribe. See y'all later. Peace.